your hatred for John Cena?
Yo, when Hulk Hogan takes a rock bottom better than you, there's a problem. There's a problem. My man. All right, so give me the camera.
One rock bottom.
Yo, no, it's more than that. Show, give me the camera. I got the fucking camera. Kenny, I'm gonna have to do it for you. I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. He came out as a prototype. Whatever. You know, he slaps Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression. I'm not into that. Whatever. He comes out as a rapper. I'm like, okay, all right, I can dig it. You know, he's from Boston, so that's a strike. You know, us New Yorkers, we don't fuck with Boston too much, but you know what? I'll look over that. He's doing his thing. Something original. Some I could, you know, there's something different. It's entertaining. Comes around, and my man has a choice between The Big Show, Kane, or Shawn Michaels. And he gives the most pussiest promo I've ever heard in my life. I will never forgive this. And he's on some, well, you know, I don't want to fight The Big Show because, you know, he's a huge guy, and, you know, you got the Big Red Machine who wants to fight him, and Shawn Michaels is a legend. Fuck that, bro. You already beat all these motherfuckers already.
Her return on SmackDown.
Okay.
So I definitely read some rumors about that.
Because for whatever reason, and I don't know Cody's reason, you turn around and go back, and people are gonna be, you destroyed thrones, and you go back? We have been doing this shit for ages, and he still doesn't know how to take it right. Trust me. That's it. Just, I got you. My man, he collapsed with the kick.
That's what I was doing. That's the way he did collapse during the sun. It was the kick.
And he's not even in his fucking chair when he gets in this fucking thing. He's not even in his fucking chair.
Yeah, but he
there
goes. Oh!
There he goes.
Both matches without the wrestlers were in the table.
And on that note, everyone, it's your friendly. Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is fucking Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's Wrestling with Knuckleheads. We out here in the building. I don't know what's making this noise. Hold up. Okay, never mind. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is fucking Thursday night. You know what that means. We just got more word that TKO is fucking up even more. Backlash is this Saturday. We chilling like a villain on penicillin with a Mac 11. Just wait for 7, normal guy. You know how we do. Backlash is this Saturday. These people, this was a rush, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot that it was this Saturday. And this shit was what, 3 weeks? 3 weeks, we got 5 matches. And I'm just as surprised to see those 5 matches that y'all probably gonna be surprised to hear it. It's crazy. But I know there's a bunch of people wanting to say shit, especially tonight. But dude, TKO is getting their wrestlers to take 50% pay cuts to stay, or they could leave. And then the executives in TKO are getting raises, like millions of dollars of raises. They reported some of the most profitable quarters, and they want to talk about they're doing this shit to subsidize their debt that they had. And I know me and Hutch said a little bit about this shit yesterday, but my guy, you have like what, 10? How much debt is TKO in? Let's see. TKO Golden Group Holdings reported approximately $4 billion in total debt as the end of 2025, with the major debt obligation $2.7 billion stemming from the UFC acquisition that are scheduled for refinancing around 2026. The company has shown significant debt. The reports indicating it has operated with over $3 billion to $4 billion in debt, which is monitored by analysis. Come on, man. They made that shit back with the fucking Netflix deal. They made, how much they made for the Netflix deal? Wasn't it like $5 billion? How much? Let's see. They made $5 billion for 10 years of Netflix deal. They made that debt already with just the Netflix deal. Then $1.7 billion with the fucking ESPN. That's $6.7 billion. They were in debt three to $4 billion. They had $2 billion left. You cutting the pays and then you raising them. Yo, dude, this is crazy. That the New Day's gone. A lot of people are getting pay cuts. And now everybody's talking about, yo, going to AEW seemed like the better deal because AEW got some guaranteed money and all that other bullshit and all that. But, yo, as wrestling fans, we getting fucked too. Because content creators, and this is why I told Show I didn't want to put none of this shit on my shit. I don't want to put none of the videos on my shit because now all of a sudden they want to fucking copyright strike content creators for reacting to their shows. Meanwhile, they use the content creators' reactions to publicize their own shows. That sounds criminal to me. That sounds criminal to me. Just because you're going to stop us from using your shit, but then you're going to willfully use our shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. They trying to monopolize some shit going on here, but I don't like it. That's why I didn't do none of that shit. I didn't want it because I smelt it coming. I remember one time I had 0.0 seconds of Baron Corbin's song when he was the money guy, and the cash register played, and they copyrighted the entire shit. 0.02 seconds. They copyrighted the whole shit. I was like, nah, these motherfuckers, I can't fuck with them. We can't do that shit. WWE, AEW pulling up tweets on the show F them. Yeah, yo, dude, they want to use everybody's shit to promote their shit. But then the minute you do something, it's crazy. Like, not for nothing. I don't know how many views you would get, but how many content creators started doing reactions to their shows and putting out videos just so that way they could be put on the TV show. That way on Raw or during the build up for one of the matches in the PLEs, you see them fucking react. Oh, that bullshit. How many creators started doing that? Because there's been a rise of content creators for wrestling ever since they started doing that shit. How many eyes got to this shit because of that? And then you're just gonna take that shit away from them. Like, yo, you probably, if somebody is making money off of this, you probably taking what, hundreds of thousands of dollars, like $100 to $1,000 away from them a month. They're not making no money. But God forbid somebody tries to do something that they love and they want to be incorporated in your shit, but you don't want to give them no nothing. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. See, the thing about wrestling is we were supposed to be against the establishment. This is, if you was raised in the Attitude Era, this was Vince McMahon and we were Stone Cold Steve Austin. We was behind Stone Cold Steve Austin. We was the one rebelling against the corporation. We didn't want all this bullshit. Now they doing this to us in real life. And there's so many people defending them. There's so many people defending them, defending the characters that are being portrayed on these shows, defending the firings for wrestlers that never got a chance. And they act like you're stupid. And it's funny because, like I said, when I went to school, we was taught to critically think. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Right? That was even in the song. You know what I'm saying? So you had to come up with your own assumptions of what happened. You take this side, and you put together what you think happened. You come to a conclusion on your own. You don't just listen to somebody and blindly follow them, no matter how much you like them or not. Because there's always two sides to a story. You have a bunch of people. Defending what TKO is doing, and a bunch of those people are former wrestlers. A bunch of those people make a profit off of talking about wrestling. A bunch of those people, I'm pretty sure, are in cahoots with TKO in one way or another. They're in business with them. You know what I'm saying? Like this, you can tell the people that don't get directly paid or associated with the wrestling industry by the way they talk. And then you get some people that want to be up their ass by the way they defend them. And then other people that you could tell, like, nah, you're being corporate right now. You can tell that all over the place. Because you have people that just come up with accusations like, oh, I'm going to say something that people could get behind. Like Booker T mentioning how he's like, oh, name a match that Aleister Black had that you can remember. If we're going to go that route, Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream, NXT TakeOver. That match they had was crazy. But then you tell me, name an opportunity they gave him outside of NXT. Because remember, they took his eye out with Seth Rollins, and that was because he was trying to help Ray. So what do you do after that? He had a street fight and an ambulance match with Damian Priest on SmackDown. We already know SmackDown's ratings are down. No one watches SmackDown. People don't watch SmackDown at all sometimes. So when you watch this shit on SmackDown, it's pretty much for the fans in the audience. The SmackDown's become almost like a glorified house show. Even when Roman's on the shit, there's not that many fucking people watching. And then get this shit. The next thing that happens, Roman comes back, becomes champion. He said he's going to wrestle all the time. Everybody loves him. And then the minute TKO pulls him from the June shit, now you start seeing posts about how Roman should have never won. What are they doing? He's overpushed. He's more overpushed than Cody was. Blah, 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 blah. All this hate on Roman. I'm like, that's funny how all this shit is popping up. But when you watch the last couple of weeks of Raw, more people are tuning in because he's there. The only thing that they're doing on Raw is Roman and Jacob Fatu. And now they just made Oscar and Io Sky interesting because that's the only other thing they had. The only other fucking rivalry they had was Oscar and Io Sky, but they fucked that up when they fired Kairi Sane. So what are you really fucking telling me? You're saying that a guy that was on vacation for almost a year came back and made more ratings than your guy that's been gone that you wanted for. You've been chanting for this motherfucker for 7 years for him to come back. He comes back and you don't give a shit about him. But the minute Roman wins the title, now all of a sudden he should have never won. Blah, 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 blah. It goes to show you that people really want to see Roman more than they want to see CM Punk. Sorry, Cody Rhodes. They did the Avengers Endgame on Homeboy in 2 WrestleManias in a row. And they still couldn't get no momentum on him. Jacob Fatu came into the business with such hype because of Solo and the rumors that they had with him being a wild man in the family. Now he's becoming the biggest star that he was since the 2 years that he's been there, and he's wrestling Roman. So I don't get this propaganda that these fucking fans and this business is throwing at us to try to fuck with us. Remember, I'm an old motherfucker. I'm not like y'all little kids out here. You don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Nah. I don't play that game. I can see what you're doing. I have eyes. I have the ability to think. You're fucking up this business, and then you're gonna sit here and take it out on the fucking wrestlers. And I'm sorry, if you really believe in being a wrestling fan, and you really believe the purpose of watching wrestling, and you grew up loving this business, this should not be happening because it's always been good versus evil. Bad, like the right decision versus the wrong decision. The man versus the corporation. These are the evolution. This is the evolution that wrestling has came by. The rich man versus the working man. It's always been the big man versus the little man. And now we have an actual corporation who bought the WWE, who's actually fucking it up based off of how it's supposed to be run and the way that we were raised by it. And there's people backing these motherfuckers. There's people defending these motherfuckers. Y'all sitting here and y'all actually cool with the stupid ass shit that they're doing on TV. I'm sick of you niggas. Like to be honest with you, I'm sick of some of you fucking fans that I'm pretty sure have never watched wrestling. But you just see an opportunity to try to be big on social media, so now you got a fucking opinion. I'm sick of y'all niggas. Because you can see that when I'm talking to y'all about somebody or a certain storyline, this is facts. It's in feelings here. I'm giving you fucking facts. And if you actually do know it the way I know it, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But everybody has this fucking opinion about stupid shit. And the same opinion that y'all motherfuckers have about Seth Rollins is fucking crazy to me with this shit. But what the fuck do I know, right? I've only been watching wrestling for 37 years. I don't know shit because you motherfuckers over here like, no, it's supposed to be like this because you don't know. Nah, the wrestling's not supposed to make me turn off the channel. If you want to have bad guy heat, if you want to be a bad guy, you want to make me say to get your ass whooped. Not for me to change the channel when you get on TV. That's not how heat works. That's not how heat works. When I change the channel when you're on, that's called me being disinterested in you. I am no longer interested in you. You are losing ratings that way. But people want to sing this motherfucking song. You want to sing this motherfucking song so badly that you're willing to gobble cock for this nigga. Kiss my ass. All you fucking cocksuckers out there. And this isn't even about the wrestlers. Yo, they're grown fucking people. You want to stand up and you want to be like, yo, I don't deserve half my paycheck, so I'm gone. Good for you. I'm gonna be behind your back. Yo, the New Day, they left. You know damn well that they're worth a lot more than half of their fucking paycheck. Even though they just signed a lucrative deal, now they want to restructure it. Fuck that. Bailey's worth a lot more than half of her fucking paycheck also. So, like, you make your decision. You want to stay? That's on you. You want to go? That's on you. That's fine. But what I'm saying now is what you're doing to these fucking, to us fans. What you're doing to us fans is fucked up. Because you're giving us a shitty fucking shitty fucking product. And then you're gonna tell us that it's the fucking best thing in the world. Let's fucking think about this for a second. You have a man that for the past 3 years, everyone's been saying is one of the greatest minds in wrestling, that he's the guy that should have took over. He made NXT Black and Gold what it was. He's the leader I want to follow. He's this, that, and the third, and all the fucking good shit that you ever fucking think of in your life. You gave him a fucking statue and all this other bullshit. But then we're comparing him, and we're saying that the way the WWE's run is worse than a fucking rapist who fucking used his pull and his power to manipulate a woman to get shitted on, pissed on, raped, passed around, and all this other bullshit, and then fucking covered up a murder for Jimmy Fly Snuka. Let's not forget that shit. We are comparing him. We're saying that motherfucker runs this company better than this guy who's supposed to be the greatest mind in the fucking business. Kiss my dick. And then all of a sudden when proof comes out, because you know me, nigga, I've been saying this shit since the first WrestleMania he ran. I've been saying this shit since the first fucking WrestleMania, saying how many times he gonna use these celebrities? This shit's gonna run out. It ran out. Now all of a sudden, TKO's taking over and they're using AI. Fuck you. They haven't been using AI for the past 3 years. They haven't been fucking taking over the past 3 fucking years. The only thing you had was the fucking bloodline. And when you try to bring up the fucking the Hurt business, you kibosh them. You have all these fucking people, and the only fucking person you're using is CM Punk and Seth Rollins. You pulled Finn Balor out of a fucking storyline that didn't make no fucking sense for his character. You put him in 2 main event matches and hit this motherfucker rock both of them, showing you he's still one of the best wrestlers on the fucking roster. And what the fuck you do? You put him in a WrestleMania match with a kid. With a fucking kid. But no. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's get our fucking priorities straight here. You got somebody who's supposed to be born for this shit, who learned from the motherfucker, and you can't tell a goddamn story but more than one person? You're telling me that this whole shit, they only got room for one story in here. Every time we do a show where there's a pay-per-view on Saturday, we give you our predictions, and we come up with stories to further the fucking story that they're giving us, to make the story that they have better. We wrote WrestleMania 4 different ways. This is one fucking guy sitting on his chair with his ass hurting because I've been sitting on a goddamn seat for fucking 12 hours straight telling you what the fuck to do. You motherfuckers are in a room together thinking shit up. And then you come out with a TV show showing us you can't think. Road Dogg literally was sitting there on the show going, I can't give you any opinions because you're going to shut this shit down. He's the head writer. How the fuck is the guy who's the head writer can't give you a story? What kind of shit are we in here, bro? Like, I'm literally this close to be like, yo, stop watching this shit. I'm literally this close to be like, stop watching this shit. Because that's the only way shit's going to change. When they start losing money, that's when the fucking shit's going to change. I don't understand how so many people, even though last year's WrestleMania was what, almost 80,000 people out of the 2 days, and this year's 40,000 people. I don't know how 40,000 people had $10,000 to go to fucking WrestleMania. I don't know how that worked, but that shit wasn't worth $10,000 to me. I don't give a fuck how good the CM Punk Roman match you thought that shit was. It wasn't worth that shit. It wasn't worth fucking sitting there in the fucking morning time watching the shit live. So what the fuck you want from me? You gonna sit here with this bullshit? You gonna defend them? You gonna defend them? But this is the product you want? This is the product you want. Get the fuck out of my goddamn sport. Kiss my ass, get out my sport. You don't watch wrestling. You don't watch wrestling. You're jumping on the bandwagon. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. WWE is not appealing for now. I'm going to watch UFC. Yo, dude, even the UFC's fucking up, bro. Did you see the shit that they're doing with the fucking the White House event? Come on, man. They asked John Strickland. They said, how come no one's ever attempted a submission move? Because I fight men and this gay shit. Bro, it's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You're telling me Sean Strickland is in a sport where the first 3 fucking UFC tournaments was won by gay men, and you're fine with that? Mr. I don't. If my son's gay, I'm fucking him up. You're the fucking biggest fucking bigot I've ever seen in my life when it comes to sexuality and all that other bullshit. You don't like this shit. You don't like trannies. You don't like gay people. I don't know what else the fuck you don't like. So you're telling me that you're admitting that this sport you're in was run by gay guys, humping each other's legs, and that's the sport you got in. You're against gay people, but you got into a sport that you just said was run by gay people. I don't know if you think. Maybe you don't. Maybe this is a new concept for you, thinking. But I do that sometimes. Sometimes I go out my way and I fucking think of shit. I don't know. maybe that's a fucked up thing. Maybe that's my toxic trait, that I think before I speak. Stupid fuck. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I've been saying this shit since we started this podcast and before that. My first fucking love was wrestling, and they're fucking this shit up. I want to watch the baseball or YouTube over. Yo, dude, isn't the game, the Knicks game Saturday? Or is that Sunday? But, bro, I don't know, man. To be honest, it's fucking ridiculous. This bullshit. This bullshit they got us fucking doing with this, man, because there's 5 matches in the fucking PLE. It starts at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, which is crazy because usually this shit starts at 8. And then you have 5 matches. You have 5 matches that's supposed to span over, what, 2 hours? Come on, that's not how this shit works. What's going on, Hutch?
Yo.
Man, Hutch is in the building.
That's what they say.
Word, yo, I'm just ranting right now with these motherfuckers fucking up my wrestling.
I hear you. So, how many official matches do they have?
5 so far.
Okay, if you say so. If you say so. I can't believe that I got 5 matches. I mean, it's tomorrow, and you think that they would you think that they would be promoting this shit?
Bro, they don't promote none of this shit.
Yo,
I was saying that they only got one main event, and then they just finally did something with Oscar and Io. I don't understand this shit, bro. Hey, yo, I was getting at the fact that TKO, whatever they want to do with the wrestlers, that's fine. The wrestlers make their own decisions. I'm not here for the wrestlers' pay. You know what I'm saying? They get what they feel they earn and whatever they pull up with.
Right.
But what I am defending is the fact that they're ruining our wrestling. I mentioned how our wrestling raised us on good versus evil, right versus wrong, the corporation versus the little man, the rich versus the poor. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they raised us in wrestling. It's always been that conflict. TKO has become the character, Mr. McMahon, in real life. And also, you have a man that has all these accusations of raping this woman and vandalizing this woman and all this other shit to this woman. And people want him back because he makes better fucking stories than the guy who's supposed to be the greatest mind in wrestling. The cerebral assassin. Does that make sense to you, Hodge?
Oh, it does make sense. You know why?
Why?
Because their pocket is the most important thing.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Because wrestling is not supposed to be in our face, just fucking profit. This company has turned into AOL. Like, we was talking about how AEW might not last long because they're buying every wrestler and all this other bullshit. AOL has joined the chat, bro. If you think about it.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I'm starting to think it wasn't maybe for Vince, but for us, it wasn't the best idea for them to sell that shit. No. It wasn't the best idea for him to sell it. And I'm pretty sure the reason why he sold it is because he knew that this was going to happen. He knew this was going to happen. And pretty soon, people are going to start asking for him back. Because if he gives this shit to Shane and Stephanie and all that other bullshit, it would have been, I don't want to say it would have been different, but I'm damn sure there wouldn't have been no excuse of the fucking TKO doing bullshit, because TKO wasn't using a fucking AI the last 3 years. TKO wasn't fucking butting in the storylines the last 3 years. Think about this shit.
Absolutely not.
Yo, think about this shit, Hutch. The biggest storylines the WWE had since Triple H took over had nothing to do with Triple H. The Bloodline. That was Roman Reigns coming back saying, yo, I need the wise man. I need Paul Heyman. He made his own character. That was still under Vince. And they progressed it to what it was. Even Vince picked Cody to take that shit from him. Then the second biggest thing that happened, The Rock comes back, fights Cody. That has nothing to do with Triple H. That was The Rock being the final boss. Yeah. What are we hanging our hat on with Triple H? Logan Paul, Jelly Bean, I Shows Bob. What are we hanging our hat on?
I think people had their I believe people holding on to the Triple A knowledge or thing or acknowledgement is because of what they believe he did in NXT.
Bro, he had the same roster. He had the same roster pretty much on the main roster. And he didn't do nothing with it on the main roster. And Vince wasn't holding him back. He's no longer somebody. He's the lead guy. He's in total control. chief operations officer, whatever the fuck, storyline officer, total control. Now all of a sudden, this motherfucker can't do nothing? How the fuck you got more freedom when you're working under somebody that is a fucking micromanager, and then you don't got no freedom when you literally been handed the keys, say, hey, take drive? What?
But yeah. Listen, bro. Again, I remember many years ago where just like now, NXT was outperforming the two main shows.
Yeah.
And Triple H ran NXT. And he can pretty much do anything he wanted with NXT. And my thing is, I believe that's what people are they're putting their hat on. It's like, well, look what he did when he ran NXT. Which is why I've already said it, and I've said it to this. I don't think he runs anything. I think everything has to be filtered through TKO or whatever, and that's it. Like I saw something on IG where they're saying that the next round of cuts are coming, and that LA Knight and Bayley are on it, and that Triple H cut all the any and all storylines involving LA Knight. And I'm looking at that, and to some people that might look like Triple H about getting ready to fire. Excuse me, LA Knight. Well, I see it as Triple H is a fucking puppet, and he's just doing what TKO tells him to do. That way he can keep on getting paid.
Because Triple H is someone who can take the ball that's already been on the court and run with it. He can't make plays. He's not a point guard. I'll give you that. He's not a point guard. Because what were we saying? Once Triple H took over, wrestling felt different. Yeah, but they were still running on the fucking Vince McMahon storyline. They were still running on Cody with the bloodline doing this other shit, and they were just taking what they had and run with it. It's like, this is the big picture. How can we make it bigger? When you give this man a blank page, he ain't doing nothing with it. He ain't doing nothing with it. Why do you think we keep seeing the same shit? Seth, he's a good guy. He gets a faction. He loses the faction. He becomes the fucking help me please. Then he's a good guy. Then he fucking becomes a bad guy. He gets a faction. It's the same shit over and over again. Even Roman Reigns. Let's fucking keep it funky. Every time he comes back, I got the wise man with me. Oh, the wise man leaves. I'm doing this shit by myself, and then instantly he's back with the Usos. Jey Uso had his own shit, the yeet shit, and they did nothing past that. Bro, Cody was the fucking Captain America in Avengers Endgame when he won the title against Roman Reigns. I'm going to keep saying this shit. And they did nothing with him. This is not how you run the company. This is not the man or the situation you want us to be in, bro. When I'm watching clips of the fucking Unreal shit and Road Dogg, who's the head writer of SmackDown, going, I'm afraid to give y'all motherfuckers my opinion because every time I tell you something, y'all just shut it down. And the story was about R-Truth and John Cena. They were having a conversation about making R-Truth and John Cena work. R-Truth is Road Dogg's boy. If anybody knows what R-Truth can do, it's Road Dogg. Road Dogg is sitting here saying this shit, and Triple H going, how do we make John Cena scared of R-Truth in over the weekend? Bro, John Cena's supposed to be a heel. John Cena can legitimately be worried that he made R-Truth, someone who's older than him, who says that he's his childhood hero, snap. You're telling me that when you got a guy that's who doesn't seem to be all there to begin with, who's funny and all that shit, and then he gets serious and he snaps at you, you're telling me that you're not gonna sit there and go, hold on, wait a minute, bro. Like, you don't have that moment of, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. My man, you all right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even Hogan would be like, no, please don't do that to me, Roddy Piper. When he needed to be that guy, he was that guy. You're telling me that you couldn't sell the fact that R-Truth snapped after he cut his fucking hair on live TV? That's someone that don't have no fucking creation. That's someone who literally went, what do you guys want to do? That sounds cool. And then when it started, you know how we can make this better? Why don't we do this little thing? And then you give all the credit to Triple H, but none of the credit to the actual people who worked on their fucking character. Because not for nothing, Finn Balor was the rock and roller in NXT, and no one told him that shit. No one said you should be that shit. He had that in New Japan. He had that in New Japan. Shinsuke Nakamura was the King of Hardstyle in NXT. He was that in New Japan. Samoa Joe, real tough. Fucking Samoan tough in NXT. He had that in TNA. None of these guys changed their characters. The people who carried NXT, none of them changed their characters from the independents or the other promotions. And they made NXT one of the biggest shows. The female wrestlers found their characters in NXT, but all Triple H did was give them the opportunity. They showed that they were good at wrestling.
Wow. Okay. That's a take.
Come on, because, yo, dude, sorry. You have, and it's supposed to be like this. You have the best friends of Mercedes Moné, a.k.a. Sasha Banks, and Bayley. And they fucking headlined NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And they had one of the matches of the year. That had nothing to do with them producing that match. They said, here, take this opportunity, and they fucking ran with it, bro. They ran with it. And we can tell from the future shit that they did, it's not their fucking production. Because Bayley had fucking hell of a match with Sasha in the Hell in a Cell when they were on the main roster. Sasha had one of the best matches that Ronda Rousey ever had in this industry at Royal Rumble. And every time Bayley goes out and does something in one of these matches, she's innovating shit.
Right.
That has nothing to do with what Triple H told them. That has to do with these girls now, these women now that are fucking running the game are once in a lifetime fucking athletes for women because they wasn't given the opportunity to be in the position they were now back then. And now we can say these women have more of an opportunity, they have more of a training, they have more of seriousness, and they're taking advantage of it. And this is some of the best women's wrestling we've seen in a long fucking time. And who are they pushing, Hutch? The women that can't wrestle like that. Charlotte Flair ain't over. She can't get over. They had to put her with Alexa. She herself said this is the best time she's ever had because people are starting to accept her. And you say she's the best wrestler in the world. Part of wrestling is having the fans fucking connect with you. Is it not?
Correct.
Or is this fucking boxing or some shit? And I ain't mean to yell at you. I ain't trying to. I'm just, you know how I am with my shit. What up, show? Your mic still fucked up? Oh shit. Yo, you might have to choose your mic when you go to settings.
Yeah, it is fucked up.
See, he had the wrong mic on.
So what you trying to say? Our truth should have turned into NuKKle Cross?
It would have been better than what the fuck they did. It would have been better than what the fuck they did. But Coach, what do you think about now that we're seeing the TKO guys are giving the ultimatum to these wrestlers to take half their pay or leave, and then Nick Khan and a bunch of the fucking higher ups in TKO are getting $1 million raises? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Nick Khan went from $14 million to $26 million with his new contract.
Nice. So let's get rid of the wrestlers and let Nick Khan take over Raw. Let him be on Raw for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, in all honesty, Hutch, do you think that the New Day is worth half their salary?
They are if you use them the way you are. My bad, Hoach.
Even if you use them the way that they are, they're not worth half.
At the same time, right now, the reason they walked away is because they want to turn back on the agreement that they had last year. So basically, that's like, yeah, you know what? We did promise you to give you that raise, but we ain't gonna give you shit.
Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah, and normal guy just mentioned Adam Cole, which made me think of Keith Lee. Keith Lee in NXT was a fucking monster. Keith Lee was the Oberfemi back in the day of NXT, and when he came to the roster, he came to the main roster. They battle catted him. They did that on purpose. Now that was a Vince thing. But so, Coach, I'll give you a chance to answer the two questions I gave you, because I also asked you how you feel about the executives giving themselves $1 million raises.
Well, like I was saying, bro, that it's bad faith in negotiating contracts, and then a year later talk about, yeah, we need to restructure this to give you less money. And I don't care how they put it, because bro, the New Day, bro, was a longer running concept than the Bloodline. Yes, people, the New Day has been around doing this thing longer than the storyline of the Bloodline.
Yep.
And then you want to come back and say, yes, last year I know you signed this contract. I'm going to tear that up, and I need you to sign another contract for half of what you were making. Get the fuck out of here. And
control of your property.
Right. I control everything. Not that Kofi did anything crazy, but Xavier had his own podcast. Up, down, left. No.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're going to have to censor everything.
Yeah.
Like every little thing you want to do on your own podcast that you created, that you pushed, we're going to take whatever we feel like from there, because that's basically what they're doing.
Yeah, it's exactly what they're doing.
Oh, and meanwhile, certain management who have not done anything but dick are going to get a 50% raise, which is why I need to take that money away from you to give it to them.
Yep. And Coach, so before you got here, because I did a little research, some quick research, when they were saying that the reason why they were restructuring the contract is so that way they could get rid of some of the debt that they had while they acquired the UFC, and that debt is anywhere from $3 to $4 billion. Now, I did more research because I'm a fucking investigative journalist.
Mm-hmm.
They got $5 billion from Netflix to show Raw in the United States and everything outside of the United States. Now, I might not be the best person with math, but $5 billion is more than $3 to $4 billion. Am I correct?
So far.
All right. So let's say you had $4 billion in debt. You got $5 billion from Netflix. You pay that debt off. You got $1 billion left. You made $1.7 billion from ESPN. You got $2.4 billion. The UFC sold for $4 billion. the WWE sold for. Let me see something.
Well, you get that calculation. Don't forget that they both made about $400 million this year.
No,
in
yeah,
1 year.
Yeah, so the WWE sold for $9.3 billion. So if they're paying off the debt for the UFC, then that means they made their $9 billion back. So that debt is gone. And let's see how much revenue the WWE made.
If I remember correctly, $432 million.
Okay, so the UFC generated $1.5 billion in revenue for 2025.
Damn,
and
that's a lot more than I saw.
With quarter one of 2026 revenue hitting $401.2 million in the first quarter.
Wow.
Fueled by a strong sponsor and a new $7.7 billion 7-year media rights deal with Paramount. So they also made another $7 billion with Paramount. $7 billion plus $5 billion plus $1.7 billion is $13 to $14 billion. That's almost 3 times their debt. And they can't pay that off?
No, because they're too busy giving the VPs the money. They're too busy giving VP the money. Bro, I get it. They should have been able to pay off that debt 4 times over. But when you have Nick Khan out there signing a new contract, billions of dollars.
Yo, get this shit. The WWE generated $475.7 million in revenue in the first quarter of 2026.
See, I was right.
So that together is $800 million they generated in the first 4 months of this year. That's almost $1 billion in itself. They are not losing money. They're making money hand over fist. How do you sit here and justify going, we're not going to pay the wrestlers any more money than half of what they deserve?
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the MTA when they go to raise their fucking prices for the tokens. Oh, we behind, bro. You just put a fucking toe that makes $1 billion. What are you talking about? You down? But that's a different topic. But it usually reminds me like the MTA, bro.
No, it's the same shit. This is a money hungry corporation that makes money hand over fist, and then they cry that they're fucking losing revenue. And this is what I'm proposing. Like, Hutch, I'm a fucking centimeter away. Like, I'm like half a centimeter away from going, everybody, stop watching wrestling.
That's a very dangerous closeness.
Yeah. Because just to fuck with them, because not for nothing, Hutch, not for nothing, these motherfuckers make millions of dollars a year. The company makes billions of dollars a year. And they and like I said before, this is the wrestlers do what they want to do. But then you rip the fucking money out of our hands. You rip the fucking money out of our hands so we can live a fucking dream that we had when we was children. You rip fucking money out of our hands that we probably don't fucking have. We can't fucking afford. We put ourselves in debt to go see your fucking show. And you give us bullshit. Because I'm sorry, no match at WrestleMania was worth $10,000. Not one.
Again, I'm going to say the story that Led told us of his boy. You know, his boy bought the tickets when they were still very expensive. And, you know, he bought the package. It's not like he bought tickets for one day. He bought the whole kit and caboodle. The meet and greet, the Hall of Fame. How does he tell Led that after night 1 he wanted to leave? And I said the only reason he didn't leave was because he paid money.
Yeah. That's sad, bro. I was gonna say that's crazy. No, that's not crazy. That's sad. That is irresponsible for these motherfuckers. Not for nothing.
But you want me to feel sorry for you that you're slashing wrestlers' pay?
Yeah. Yo, not for I don't know how the law works because like I told somebody at work today, it's the law does not abide to me. Police don't work for me. They do whatever the fuck they want. They're not here to protect me. They're not here to serve me. They're not here to do nothing but whatever the fuck they want. So I gotta live my life by my own rules. I don't know how the law works, Hutch, but I'm starting to think TKO should be fucking sued for the shit that they're fucking doing. Because isn't this some kind of fucking propaganda bullshit where they're doing a bait and switch on us because they're promoting this shit and they're fucking doing all this bullshit, taking our fucking money and not giving us a service for it?
You said it's a bait and switch.
Because this seems criminal to me, bro. It seems criminal to me.
They hit you with the psych?
Yeah, because not only are they giving us a horrible fucking product, but now they're also copywriting creators. They're using creators' content to sell their product. And when that same creator uses their content to promote their product, they copyright them. You know, when you get a copyright strike, Hutch, you only get 2 more opportunities and you get banned from YouTube.
Now I was seeing that, you know, and there's one that I watched that and I think we all watch her. She I don't remember her name or whatever, but like she usually during WrestleMania, I mean during the matches or whatever, she's posting, she's giving her dish, her reaction and stuff like that, and I'm like, they just fucked up her entire shit up by doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. They did because we grew up in an era where wrestling was good. These kids now that are creating these content and getting all the accolades and all that good luck shit that they're getting for them, they didn't grow up in an era when wrestling was good. They grew up in an era when wrestling was now. So they're going to enjoy whatever the bullshit they show them because they don't know no better. And then you're going to rip that shit away from them also. Because it's not easy to have a fucking 4-hour live and to find 20-second fucking clips within that 4 hours and then to find a video that coincides with it and to make that video the next day or the same day. It's not easy unless they have a team. But even the person that's doing it, it's not easy. And they're not making money hand over fist the way that most of these creators are doing because the business of wrestling content creation has boomed ever since they started showing these motherfuckers' reactions on their video pack. And I don't hear nobody talking about WWE came up to me and offered me money for my video.
Because they did.
See, that copyright
shit.
They don't
really have to. They don't have to. It's a win-win. I'm making you content for free, and I'm getting views. I'm back.
No. I hear you, show, but the crazy shit is when they do it to WWE, the WWE copyright strikes them. Now, there's a difference between having a copyright thing where they just go, yo, you can't make money off of this. We're going to demonetize the video because somebody said they're using their work, and a copyright strike. A copyright strike means you stole their shit from them, which you like I said, you only get 3 of them. I think, yeah, you only get 3 copyright strikes from YouTube and they ban you for life. When you copyright strike somebody, you're threatening their livelihood if they are a YouTube creator.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Which is stupid because it's free advertising.
Yeah. But they'll take the free advertisement all day. They'll probably take the same shit they copyrighted and they'll use it themselves. Remember this, show. Remember this. Triple H may not know how to tell a story or come up with shit from scratch. But Nick Khan learned from the man that covered up a fucking murder, that got off the fucking steroids propaganda, the steroid scandal. who got off at driving 140 miles an hour and getting into a car accident while he was intoxicated. He got off raping a woman. He got off quid pro quo in the workplace. He got off sexual trafficking. He got off of fucking, I don't know what the fucking criminal act of pissing on someone, but degradation, whatever the fuck it is. And he got off of other fucking criminal acts that he's been charged with. He got off for that. And Nick Khan learned from the fucking best.
Yep.
So these motherfuckers know what it takes to fuck people and shit down their throat, literally, and get away with it. Linda McMahon had to stop running for Congress because it might hurt the WWE. Picture that one, show.
Great.
The man that was running against Linda McMahon, his platform was giving the wrestlers a union. And Linda sat down, and then they gave her, she's the head of education now. Dude, if in a couple of years, let's say in a couple of years, we start hearing all of the foul shit that the Trump administration and all of these people, all of these corporations, TKO and whatever other corporations, Coke, all that, had a scandal with the presidency, and they took advantage of that shit. Right. I would not be surprised, because they're doing it in our fucking faces. They're doing it in our fucking face. And the biggest part that sickens me to my fucking core is that there's motherfuckers out there defending them. They're defending this shit.
Of course, because they're trying to line their pockets.
Yeah. Even the people that don't profit from this are fucking, like, regular fucking fans. The fake fans are defending this shit. They're defending the decisions that are being made. We know Booker T makes money off the WWE. We know Bubba Ray makes money off the WWE. We know some of the Busted Open is associated with some of the people in the WWE. So when they turn around and say Aleister Black was not, you can't remember any matches that he had, or the wrestlers that got fucking fired couldn't get over. When they say shit like that, we know why they're saying shit like that. Because they have to. They're part of the fucking company. They have to fucking defend the WWE for what they're doing. And they have to talk shit about those wrestlers. But when you sit there and actually look at shit, when you actually use your fucking goggles. Now, don't be Sagat with your one eye. Use both your fucking eyes and your antennas. When you actually look at shit, you see that full of shit. And then the fans that want to argue with you about their feelings and how they feel like Seth Rollins is a good fucking wrestler. They just regurgitate the same shit that these motherfuckers who are getting paid by the company to say this shit. Dude,
they're not gonna say the shady shit that they're doing.
You can't tell me that the Motor City Machine Guns didn't get over when all they're doing is standing in the fucking back. The best match of WrestleMania last year, not this WrestleMania that just passed, last year's WrestleMania. The best match of that WrestleMania was on the Friday after WrestleMania when they had the tag team ladder match on SmackDown with the Motor City Machine Guns in it.
Yeah.
And then you say they can't get over? The Street Profits have been repackaged 8 times already. Every time they come out, no matter if they're good guys, bad guys, they got suits on, they don't got suits on, they're from the street, they from the fucking courtroom, wherever the fuck, they got a black woman with them, they got a white woman with them, and Montez makes fucking Bianca Belair pregnant. No matter what they do with them, they come out and the fans cheer them. But they can get over?
We want them to fail. We don't like tag team.
Dude, Zelina Vega, when she won the United States Championship, the entire building erupted. When she went to Puerto Rico, the entire building erupted. and you're saying she can't get over. I wonder fucking why. What's next? You're gonna tell me Julia, before Stephanie came in the NXT locker room, Julia was one of the best wrestlers they had. The biggest wrestler they had is the women's champion, and then Stephanie came. But you're telling me this woman can't get over? All you need to fucking do with Julia is put her on fucking TV. But no, you give her these stupid ass matches, and then every chance you get, you give it to someone else. Tiffany right now is the United States champion. Do you know what Tiffany has done with that title show? Let me ask y'all both this question.
Took pictures with it?
Yes. She took pictures of her in a bikini with it, which I'm not mad at that. But that's what she did with the fucking title. And that's not her fault. Because what do they have going for her? What do they have going for her? They're going, she's blonde, she's white, give her the title.
She's a young Charlotte Flair.
Yeah. Yeah, Booker T was wrong for that, saying nobody remembers Aleister Black. Because, yo, I'm telling you right now, one of the best matches NXT had was NXT TakeOver Aleister Black and fucking Velveteen Dream. That Say My Name shit. His entrance was fucking dope.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, isn't that more booking?
No.
We're not saying he's a bad wrestler. We're just saying I don't remember a match he's been in. And he doesn't choose who he fights.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Booker T is saying that that's Aleister Black's fault.
That can be. I don't pick who I fight. You don't have a memorable fight to watch because they don't put me in one.
Yeah,
who you want me to fight?
So when you sign the contract and you do the training for 3 months to fight this guy at a certain weight and you don't make weight in the WWE and they have to pull your fight because, consequences, that's your fault. It's Aleister Black's fault that he was in the back and they had nothing for him. Because what he should have did was picked up that fucking that chicken cutlet and made a man of himself. He should have got over with that chicken cutlet in the back, no cameras, no mic, no nothing. Should have got over then. Because if he'd have got over with the crowd in the fucking back when no one's watching him, they'd have put him out in the street. They'd have put him out there and he'd been champion.
Mm-hmm. Basically, no, you're right. I don't even have any arguments or points to argue.
I don't understand how Steve Blackman got over. You can't get Aleister Black over.
You know why Steve Blackman got over, Joe?
Why is that?
Because they did something to him that they don't have the fucking balls to do to anyone on the roster.
They gave him a chance?
They gave him time. They gave him time, Show. If you really watch, and if you really remember the Attitude Era, Steve Blackman was an enhancement talent for certain characters. When Steve Blackman fought Ken Shamrock, that was just, he's a credible opponent for Ken Shamrock because Ken Shamrock's the world's most dangerous man. Owen Hart versus Steve Blackman in the Lions Den match. That's because, Owen Hart's supposed to be the best technical wrestler. Now we have an actual fighter. How can this style go up and do all this other bullshit? Let's see if the Lions Den can hang with the fucking real fighter. That was Steve Blackman. Steve Blackman was the legitimate fighter that fought the fucking tough guys and got him over. The same way with Al Snow. Al Snow was the guy that, you want to get somebody over in a hardcore match or in a special stipulation match? Here goes Al Snow and his group, the Job Squad.
What does everybody need?
Time. Because, dead ass. And I don't care what any professional says. I've been watching this shit for 37 years, Joe. I may not be in the back jerking these niggas off, but I've seen this. I've seen it. If you conduct a science experiment, Show, the hypothesis is if you give someone enough fucking time, they can get over. And you want to know something funny, Show? They're proving us right the opposite direction. You're giving too much fucking time to Seth Rollins. You're giving too much time to Becky Lynch. You gave too much time to AJ Lee. You gave too much time to CM Punk, and no one wants to see them. People are saying that Roman Reigns is the most pushed fucking wrestler right now. He's more pushed than fucking Cody Rhodes. Well, let me ask you this shit, show. If you had someone who was gone for 7+ fucking years and the fucking fans, the entire stadium cheering his fucking name, and then he comes back and he becomes champion, and more people are watching when he loses the championship and he doesn't show up, and Roman Reigns is the fucking champion and he's there. More people are watching him. Who's the fucking bigger wrestler?
On that people are watching.
Thank you. So the fucking 20,000 people that chanted for CM Punk just so happens to not be bigger than the 17 million people that are watching Roman Reigns. I don't know math, but it seems like millions seems bigger than fucking thousands.
They got that one right though. They put the title on him.
Even though they want him to take a cut too.
You bugging. Yeah. You bugging. I'm the only one that's gonna hold your fucking your name up. I'm not taking no cut.
Show.
You want me to take a cut and work more? Because I used to work once a month.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Tom.
No. Keep going.
You bugging. This math is not mathing. You better not lose Roman to AEW.
Shit.
That's gonna be. But go ahead.
No. Let me ask you this question, both of y'all. When was Jacob Fatu ever bigger?
Never. It's just the anticipation of what he's gonna be from when he started. All the moving around we always imagined this. Wait till he fights his cousin.
And you know what's crazy, show? Jacob Fatu for Cody, he for Drew, he for Solo, he for Shinsuke. Nothing. He steps to Roman. Now he's the guy that we thought he was when he first debuted. All of a sudden.
He should have had a trajectory like Obafemi is what you're saying. He should have
destroyed
all those people.
And you know what the trajectory of Obafemi is now, show?
What is that?
Straight down.
Downhill?
Because he went from retiring Brock Lesnar, legitimately beating Brock Lesnar retired with no one knowing, to open challenges, and he's fighting Otis. Think about that one, show. Think about our champion, our fucking warrior, the guy that we want, the guy that we backed, the guy that we said he's the next big thing, is now wrestling Otis. You know what that sounds like to me? You know what that feels like to me, show?
It's like we don't know what to do. But go ahead.
No, it feels like he.
Oh shit!
Because what happened, show? My man Jey Uso went on his own, became a big fucking wrestler on Raw. The yeet shit happened for 20 minutes straight on each show he was on. He became champion. He was the guy we chose, and what happened? Boof! All of a sudden, he's botching everything. All of a sudden, he can't hang. He don't have the wind to do this. Now he can't wrestle. All this other shit. I'm telling you, show, it's not a fucking coincidence how every time someone gets some heat and they don't want that person to be bigger than another person, all this shit comes out. All of a sudden, all this shit comes out.
I wonder if any of the cuts have to do with any of this too. We gotta lower his value. I'm not changing the subject.
No. The cuts
you can't make him a superstar and then give him a cut.
The cuts happen because they found replacements for those wrestlers at a cheaper rate. That's what it was. When a business cut. Yeah, good.
Nah, I'm laughing because I've been calling Slater. Is it Slater? Javon Evans. I've been calling him Kofi for a while. He got rid of Kofi.
Yeah,
that's why I was laughing at you,
dude. When a corporation actually fires the workers, what is it? It's we got rid of because if there's a union, the last one hired the first one to go, right? But what happens before the last one's hired get cut? They go up to the veterans. They go up to the guys making the most money, the people that are about to leave, and go, "Yo, you want to leave? so we get your pay off the books.
And your pension.
They get rid of the highest paid people first. The people that they can get rid of clean and get that shit off the books so their revenue looks different. Because that way they can replace that motherfucker that's been there 30 years at the top pay with someone who's just starting at bottom pay. They could hire 4 or 5 people at his rate.
Yep.
And the WWE turned around and was like, oh, the Motor City Machine Guns, we probably gave them a good deal. Fuck it, get rid of them. Who we gonna replace them with? The Street Profits. Wait, what? Yeah, we didn't do nothing with the Street Profits anyway. Get rid of the Y6. Get rid of fucking all the Gorillas of Destiny. Get rid of all them people. Who we gonna replace them with? We don't need people. We don't need a 5-man faction.
Gonna replace them with commercials, bro. We don't have time for wrestling.
Dude, they got rid of the female wrestlers and instantly Fatal Attraction comes up. So Ruka comes up. It's not like that the SmackDown or Raw was so bolstered in their roster that they couldn't fit more people. They have 3 hours on both shows they can play with, and they spend 2.5 hours with fucking commercials. You get rid of 2 or 3 commercial breaks, and you can fit anybody you want on this fucking show.
Would you tolerate that though? Like, do you want to see throwaway matches with no storyline? Like, we just gonna put the Brooklyn Brawler up against somebody?
When you're doing So Ruka versus another capable wrestler, I have no problem with that. Especially if that's gonna lead to something where we can let's just do this. Because Bailey's not gone, but let's just do this. So Ruka versus Bailey at Saturday Night Main Event. That was a match handpicked by John Cena, they say. So Ruka debuts instantly. She's already in the Intercontinental title match with Becky Lynch. So Ruka, if she would have started out going up against Lyra Valkyria or Bailey or any other wrestlers that are established, maybe even Natalya, have that little feud for the first few weeks, maybe 1 PLE, 2 PLEs, and then let her go after Becky Lynch. You already showed her to the rest of the world the shit that she could do with somebody that's actually able to make her look better and to keep up with her agility and her acrobatics and all that other bullshit. So when she wrestles Becky Lynch, we could back her. But no, they just say, hey, here goes some new people. And what happens if she loses to Becky Lynch? All that momentum's gone.
Yep. If you take 2 steps, 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
What was the purpose of Paige and Brie Bella winning the tag team titles at WrestleMania, other than the fact that, hey, look, we got a new person, we got someone back?
No, none at all. I mean, who are they gonna bolster over by letting nobody that pins them is gonna come out on top. Like, okay, you pinned Paige. Congratulations.
I heard you, but I didn't understand what you said.
My bad. I said
I heard you guys.
putting the titles on them didn't do anything because those 2 people can't put nobody over.
Yeah.
Pinning Paige and Nikki Bella is not gonna put anything in your belt. Like, it's not gonna put anything on your record. Yay! I beat him.
And whose fault
not
is
Brock
that?
Lesnar.
Yeah.
Whoever put him to win, the Booker.
Yeah, because ain't that another conundrum? The last time I remembered, the promotion was the WWE, and the wrestlers were the people in the ring. Isn't it job for the promotion to get over these wrestlers? Because Don King put over Tyson like a motherfucker. Tyson just went into fucking fights and knocked niggas out. Am I bugging?
You are correct.
GSP
He was Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, GSP wasn't sitting there promoting himself outside of the UFC, he was training. The UFC promoted GSP and BJ Penn and Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz. They just went in there and fought. Isn't it the WWE's fucking job to get them over? And if they can't, then maybe we gotta part ways.
You're 1,000% correct.
Someone's not doing their job. I wonder who that is.
Or maybe we're putting over the people that we want to put over. We don't want that person over. We want CM Punk over. We want Becky over. Like, we're doing our job with the people we want. Seth Rollins.
But the crazy shit is, show, you can get Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Becky Lynch, all those people over the way you want by getting other people over also. Because what happened to the UFC heavyweight division when there was no competition?
There was no heavyweight division, basically.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch that.
So if every time Becky Lynch is going to defend her title, it's someone who's just entering or coming back, or it's a special fucking thing, and they haven't fought in years, and it's Becky versus them for the title, don't you think that's going to get lame after a while? Don't you think that's going to be like, yo, when the fuck are these people going to start deserving shit?
Predictable, too.
Yeah. That's like them going in the NBA, all right, fuck it, we're going to have this tournament, but whoever the fuck wins the tournament is going to face LeBron in the finals. Every year. Like, what? Nah, that's not how this works.
That's an easy dub.
Yeah, that's not how this is supposed to work. Oh, you still with us?
I'm in.
All right.
I'm letting you rant, bro. This is your show today.
Word. We got a lot of clips from you.
It's not about clips, show, but Toe is right. You are killing the product that we watch growing up, that we watch and that we love growing up. You're making wrestlers take a 50% cut on some. But meanwhile, after they're taking the cut, you're giving executives bonuses. And then you want to know, why did Kofi Xavier Woods walked away? That's why. You can't have it. Forget both ways. You can't have it all the ways you want it.
Yeah, and also
hold on. You can't you can't have the product. You can't have the wrestlers. You can't have all the revenues and commissions off the inventory that the wrestlers are the ones that are selling.
Yeah.
You can't have all that and then talking about how, we charge $10,000 for tickets and we're not making money. Really, you don't say.
Yeah. And show, when we were growing up, the Monday Night Wars was legitimately two companies trying to take the other one out of business. The WWE did not have that money that Turner Classic Network had. The WWE was was literally begging wrestlers to stay because, I can't afford to pay you what they're paying you, but I believe that we have the better product. It was noble for someone like Undertaker or Bret Hart or someone like, cut my pay so that way we can keep this shit going and let's make this product the best product we can. It was noble to say that. It's not noble for the fucking New Day to sit there and go, cut my pay in half so you guys can profit off. None of that effort or them cutting their pay goes to making the company better. It goes straight to the fucking TKO's pocket. That's why if these wrestlers want to leave, let's say if all these wrestlers say, fuck this shit, we out. And there is no more WWE until like there's a strike, I'm not gonna be mad at them. I'm not gonna be mad at them one bit. Because it's stupid. Because you're not giving them something to stand for. You're only taking that shit away. And we already did the math.
Yeah. Dude,
why don't we?
Go ahead, Sean.
No, I was gonna say it's weird because unlike the MTA, we actually have an option. Like the MTA, people can't boycott because they gotta get to work. I need to go to work and I'm not walking. But we don't need to watch this.
Yeah.
Like we could simply boycott this. Like, yo, you don't want to give us what you want. You want commercials. You want this. We could boycott it, but we don't. That's why he's basically like Jim Dolan with the Knicks before, because y'all winning now, we winning now. But before we wasn't winning, and Madison Square Garden was always full, so they didn't have to move. We didn't have to make no moves. We didn't need to get no players. We was selling out.
And Madison Square Garden was the place everybody wanted to Square Martin.
Yeah.
Okay, there, Jackie.
Jackie again?
No, again, I'm gonna go back to WrestleMania.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not this year, last year.
All right.
You change storylines up. You charge a ridiculous amount of money for these tickets. And the show was ass last year. WrestleMania was horrible last year. WrestleMania was horrible this year. Now, mind you, this year you again got involved. Bro, nobody wants to see Pat McAfee. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Now you want to create, you know what I'm saying? You want us to feel bad for you? No, fuck you. You know, and now, now you want to go. So you also want to go after content creators. Because any clip or something that they show of the WWE, you know, now you're like, you know, you're gonna shut people down. And just before I think before you came on show, Toe explained it to me. You get 3 of those, and your channel is closed forever. Goodbye. Don't collect go. You know, it's like it's gone.
Yeah.
But a lot of these content creators use clips, and they need to use clips that way their fan base can see what's going on. And again, you guys are just greedy. You guys want to line your fucking pockets. You want to. The wrestlers are literally putting their lives out on the fucking line. And I don't want to hear, but Hodge, it's scripted. It is scripted, but you still need to be able to perform the moves.
Yo, and not for nothing, whether it's scripted or not, it's still a profession and it's still a job, and these motherfuckers are taking advantage of their workers, but we are the people who pay for the product. We are the people who pay for the so like you sit there and let's compare them to fucking Oreos.
Mm-hmm.
We buy Oreos. The workers make the Oreos and package the Oreos. The company is going, well, we want to give our people more money, so we're gonna fire half the people who make the Oreos, and we're gonna change the product up so that way the ingredients we use are not as expensive, so the taste is gonna change. The people who buy the Oreos and eat the shit, if we don't like it no more, we have the right to fucking complain. It has nothing to do with scripted, non-scripted, and none of this other shit. This is a product we invest our money in, we invest our time in, and you are fucking up. The same way you can sit there and be like, oh, basketball's not scripted, but it also, you don't make no money off of basketball. You don't get a ring when your team wins, but you invest the time, the emotion, and the money in the product that they sell. So when your team sucks, you have a right to say, yo, your team sucks. So when our fucking product, when our sport is starting to be taken advantage of, and it's below par of what we set a standard to, we have the right to say what the fuck we want. And if your bitch ass is gonna sit here and talk about this for children, fuck you. Fuck you. Go ahead, Hoach. My bad.
No. You are embodying what everybody who loves this sport / soap opera is about. Yes, the wrestlers invest time in their characters. We invest in the wrestlers. We're the ones that tell you whether we want this wrestler around or we don't.
Yeah. Yeah. We're the ones who say this guy's working or he's not. Change him up.
I mean, dude, imagine how they try to pull this shit during the Golden Era, the Attitude Era, or the shit with the NWO with Hogan around.
They would have went out of business. AOL did this shit to WCW and they went out of business almost a year after.
They wouldn't have done this. Vince McMahon wouldn't have allowed it.
No, because Vince McMahon gave a shit about the product. He gave a shit about the experience that the fans had. That's one thing Vince, in all these documentaries, it's always been like, when they went to Vegas for WrestleMania 9, he goes, how can we make this affordable for the fans to come and families to enjoy the show? And they were selling tickets. I think it was like $50 a ticket for WrestleMania 9 or some shit like that. Bro, wrestling is a family product.
Yes. A family affair.
Yeah, dude. This is why we can legitimately call this shit a sport. Because you can't pass down a movie franchise. I can't sit with my son in the future going, he goes Fast and the Furious, and they're never going to make another Fast and the Furious again. But what I can do is sit with my son and go, I'm a Knicks fan. He goes the Knicks. So when they played during your lifetime, you have a lineage. The entire family was Knicks fans. When you go and your mom goes, oh, my favorite wrestler was Psycho Sid. And your pops is like, oh, my favorite wrestler was Pedro Morales. And your uncles is like, my boy was the Ultimate Warrior. My boy was Ravishing Rick Rude. My guy was Classy Freddie Blassie. My guy was Bruno Sammartino. And then you have an entire fucking family lineage of watching wrestling. It gets passed down to you. You get to carry the fucking tradition of watching WrestleMania with your fucking family, cheering for your favorite wrestlers, booing them when they turn bad, learning life situations. Because if there's one thing, I've said this shit already, wrestling teaches you life shit. Every TV show teaches you life shit. Even sports teaches you life shit. You can't win every game, but it matters how you come back. And that's what measures a man from a bitch. That's why when people talk about Jordan, they don't just say he got 5 rings. They say he overcame the Pistons. He overcame the fucking Seattle Supersonics. He overcame the fucking New York Knicks, because those were competition that bring it to him, and he figured out a way to beat them. He didn't go to other teams. He didn't do this other bullshit. When Hulk Hogan was wrestling Andre the Giant, it seemed like Hulkamania was dead. And Hulk Hogan figured out a way to persevere and fucking beat Andre the Giant. The same way the Mega Powers, the two best friends, they let a woman get in between them. Macho Man went fucking crazy, and they had the best friends had to wrestle each other, and they had to settle this shit, because sometimes you can't sit there and let your friend abuse you, or you got a fucking boss that's taking advantage of your ass, and you got to stand up for yourself the same way that Stone Cold Steve Austin did, or sometimes you got life beating the shit out of one of your best fucking friends, and like the New Day did, they gotta step up and say, no, we'll fight for this man. We will put our careers on the line so this man can get what he earned. What I just showed you was someone overcoming a strong opposition in a giant, A man standing up for himself to his boss and the company that he's in, demanding better for himself. A fucking family standing up for their loved one that can't stand up for themselves and being cheated out of some shit. Another of two friends letting a woman get in between them and then their friendship fucking ending. But you can't let a friend, no matter how much you love, abuse you, and you got to stand up to them. Those are all stories that wrestling has taught us as grown up, as kids growing up. Whether you learned it or not from them, that's what they showed us. That's what the fuck they showed us. They showed us that you can make a lot of money and spend a lot of money and be this extravagant guy and yell and scream and all this other shit, and then you could be a man that is the son of a fucking plumber and still be on the same fucking level as that rich man. Wrestling has showed us it's not how much money you have, it's how much fucking heart you have. This is all the shit that wrestling has shown us as kids and fucking taught us about life. I don't want to hear this shit ain't no fucking sport. I don't want to hear shit about, oh, it's for kids. Fuck you. Fuck you. Because the same people that are sitting there talking shit about wrestling, the same motherfuckers that will sit here and praise anybody that the fucking company tells them to. Kiss my ass.
That's my clip for the week. Appreciate that. Cutting that shit right now. Well put, by the way.
Thank you. Bro, I said this shit many fucking times. Wrestling is my first and only fucking true love, bro. Outside of my fucking family, like, wrestling is something I grew up with. Wrestling has never came second to anything in my life. I'm telling you right now, Joe, I have legitimately told people I give a fuck about is WrestleMania weekend. I'll see you next week. I give up my life for these people. It's WrestleMania weekend. I can't fuck with you. Or if we're going to do something, it better happen before 5 and I'm going home. Me and Krills legitimately we rented a fucking U-Haul. We drove to Yonkers. We picked up 2 couches. We drove 110 miles an hour back to my house to drop off the couches, to drive 110 miles an hour back to the fucking U-Haul spot to get home before WrestleMania started. Because that's how much I give a fuck about this business. Not even the business, the fucking sport. That's how much this shit has impacted my fucking life. That's why when I speak, it's with facts and fucking passion. I'm not gonna sit here and allow no one to tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to feel about a certain wrestler or about a certain way they do shit. I don't give a fuck about these wrestlers taking half pay cuts. But what I give a fuck about is you taking my money and giving me bullshit.
I paid for a sandwich and you gave me half a bread.
What's going on, DJ?
Yo.
Yeah, DJ always walk in at the perfect time.
I always get here. I got the timing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but DJ, it was an hour and a half of me ranting, bro.
Well, with this man ranting like this, we better have the likes up. We better. I know y'all didn't just sit here and let's have this man rant. And you didn't click the like buttons or nothing. Damn it.
Yo, DJ, I want to say thank you to this man because he just ranted about how nobody can interrupt his wrestling, and he always shows up for SummerSlam to my house. I appreciate him. I love you.
Hey. No, I like even me coming in on where he came in at. Like, I mean, I think everybody here, like we, like I said, like for WrestleMania this year, my girl's friend. Oh, can you guys come to San Diego? Like I got the she had a timeshare, and I want you to come with me to San Diego. I was like, yo. 3 to 8, for Pacific time, 3 to 8, we have something to do, and then we can go. and that's how the weekend was. So to go with what Toe is saying, hell yeah. Like this is like anybody who is with me or knows me knows that, I'll say, hey, it's SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble. Those are the shows you don't mess with me with.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are like that. Those weekends are taken. So, yeah, no, I completely feel like even where I came in at, I completely feel what he's saying. Cause we talking about the like people getting all antsy about the pay cuts or what started you?
So it was TKO fucking up wrestling, but what started me was that yeah. How Hodge was giving his thing, and he was saying how some people would say that this is scripted, and I instantly I turned into defense mode because it doesn't matter if it's scripted or not. This is something that we grew up with. The same way you grew up with basketball, we grew up with wrestling. This is a sport to us, whether it's scripted or not. This is a sport. It's athletic. It's something you can pass down. 50 years worth of shit. Like I said, my entire fucking family, my grandfather, my great grandfather, my uncles, my mom, my aunts, they all have favorite wrestlers.
Yeah,
we all sat down and watched wrestling.
Yes,
there's stories of my aunt and my mom coming from Long Island back to her house to watch wrestling.
Yes.
This isn't some shit that just you pick up. Like this, like I said, I can't pass Fast and the Furious down to my kids.
No.
I can pass wrestling down to my kids.
Yes.
I can pass the New York Knicks down to my kids.
Yes.
That's what makes this different.
No, that does, like, again, I'll give you, I'll give you the meat on your bone here. Again, I have a 21-year-old who asked me for her 18th birthday. She wanted to go to wrestling because her birthday is April 2nd, by the way. So she wanted to go to WrestleMania for her 18th birthday. I didn't have to convince her to want to come with me to WrestleMania. She's like, no, that's what I want for my 18th birthday. She has favorite wrestlers. We went to independent wrestling together. Like when she saw Jacob Fatu, she called me, oh, Jacob's like, because we saw this man, in the second row of independent shows, and then here he is right now walking down the aisle, about to beat on Roman, about to go blow for blow with Roman in a couple of days here. So yes, you pass this down. Absolutely. My girl I'm with now, she was Attitude Era, and then I brought her back in. Now she's like, what time Raw come on? Like she's getting like she's setting up on the couch for Raw now. So it never, like, she took that break, and then again she can't. So she watched WrestleMania weekend, and now she's hooked on the couch with me. So that's it. It's a thing. Like it is a thing. I don't, like you say, I don't care about, like, did you see the sportscaster that was like, oh, I don't get these grown men? Like, dude, yeah, you get it. You do get it. Oh. Like everybody has a show. Just like Mark Henry was going back and forth with him. He's like, you have a show that is scripted that you watch every week that you are invested in. It's the same thing.
And also, DJ, I mentioned this. That same broadcaster that loves sports and loves basketball, you don't get a ring when his team wins.
Absolutely not.
He don't get a pay raise when the cable company fucking gets profited because of all the viewership.
Nope.
So what's the difference? What's the difference? There's literally no difference.
No. So, and I could tell he started to get it after a while, because again, he's talking to Mark Henry. And I think after a while, Mark Henry's like, I can come over there and show you, show you how this goes if you want. That's where Mark Henry was headed. So I think that's where he had to start really listening. Like, okay, let me really listen to what this man is saying before he catches a flight and comes over here. So
and he would,
yeah. So you know what I mean. So
yeah.
I remember Roddy. Like again, one of my favorite. Like I hate the Bill Maher show.
Yeah.
But I watched the day that he had the wrestlers on, and Roddy was on there. And then, so of course, Bill Maher was being facetious. And then Roddy started standing up and undoing his pants, right? And then people were like trying to grab him, and he's slapping people's hand away. Then he pulls like the side of his pants down and shows where he's like 2 hip surgeries.
Yeah.
Both of my knees are artificial. I don't have an eardrum. Like, this eardrum's gone. You know, orbital bone. He's like, so tell me where this is fake. Is basically what he was, because he kept saying fake. He's like, so tell me where this is fake.
There's some football players that don't have those injuries.
Exactly.
Bro, there's people in fake movies that don't get those injuries. Well, I can't say Tom Cruise because he does his own stunts.
Bro, but even in movies, Brandon Lee died.
Right.
From a fucking squab.
Yep.
The fake bullet in the gun.
Yep. And then another guy, like what's the guy from 30 Rock that accidentally killed somebody?
Oh yeah. Shit.
I have his face in my head and I can't.
Me too.
Yeah.
I can remember his brothers too. The Bowens.
Yeah, the brothers. What's that?
It wasn't Ray Liotta that killed someone.
No.
Bowens. Yeah.
One of the Bowens. Yeah.
Yes.
Alec, I want to say.
Alec, there you go.
Yeah. And
I have both brothers in my head. My fault.
Yeah, no worries. And so his prop gun went off. They even took him. They arrested him, and he had to. They had to show them like, no, there's no way he would have been able to know this was going to kill this man. Like, it's a complete, utter accident.
Yeah, shit. I think for anybody to say that shit, either one is pure ignorance because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and two is jealousy because something like this is just as big or maybe bigger than your sport.
Absolutely, that's exactly what it is. Because even so, the guy we're talking about even said, okay, my problem is that you guys present it like, this is going to be silly to all 4 of us, but he says you guys present it as if it's an actual sport event, like like you guys are putting up a front that this is real. Yeah. And then again, I would argue, okay, so when you watch Saving Private Ryan, they put up a front that you're watching some men going into a war. Yeah. They're not. None of those people died in those scenes.
Word.
Fuck that. When you watch Ringling Brothers, you go to the fucking circus. What the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not a real cannon that guy gets shot out of.
Do you really think there's a guy that turns into a green monster? Just fucking rampages throughout the city. Yeah. We wasn't attacked by aliens.
Yeah.
just in case you didn't know, DJ, we weren't attacked by aliens during the first Avengers movie.
Oh, damn it.
That was fictional.
I was gonna come to New York to come see some of the sports marks or something.
Yeah.
And go to the shawarma place.
Yeah. So July 4th is not about Will Smith?
Nope.
No.
Oh shit.
You didn't pay $50,000 for a hammer. Yeah.
So yeah, man. Like I've had like, I remember, again having somebody on my couch. Oh, this is so fake. And I'm like, wait. You are a fan of the show Survivor. I'm sorry if I'm about to tell you that Santa Claus isn't real, but it's that is a completely scripted show. You know that, right? What do you mean? I can see their face like. I was like, no, reality TV is also scripted. They know who's going to win. They redo shoots. Okay.
They add drama.
Yes, they do stuff to add drama. Like it's scripted. I'm sorry.
You know how bored
reality TV is scripted.
Word. It's just like, come on, bro. You know how boring that shit would be if the shit wasn't scripted?
Exactly. Exactly. Like, go watch the first season of Real World. That shit is like, it's not very good. It doesn't get good until they have the thing where they throw the guy out of the house.
Yeah. So we was talking about TKO and them asking the wrestlers to take a pay cut, like a 50% pay cut, and now we're seeing a lot of the fucking like Nick Khan and all the big wigs at TKO getting $1 million raises.
And then how many people do we know exactly who is getting asked to do pay cut? Besides, we already know New Day.
Yeah.
Do we know anybody else?
According to Ray, Seth Rollins took a pay cut, Becky Lynch took a pay cut, The Miz took a pay cut, and someone else took a pay cut. And
Reigns.
Yeah, I know they pulled Roman Reigns from the shows from the June calendar. All the June shows he's not doing, and there's like other wrestlers that they asked him, but I heard that they only have 2 days to decide.
Okay,
but I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how true these accusations are, but this is what we're hearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bet you Nick Khan didn't have 2 days to sign that contract.
Shit, you give me $30 million instead of 14, I'm signing it too.
Yeah, that's not on him. That's on the corporation as a whole.
Word,
like
50%
again, if you're working a position and somebody offers you a raise, that's not on him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's above his pay grade for the responsibility for that. I just like I like a little bit more information. Like I like more like real information, like confirmed information, because again, we've been here before where we have heard certain things and then we go off on it, and then 2 weeks goes by. Oh, by the way, that was all that was all untrue. So I like reacting when I know it, like when I have the whole backwards and forwards of what's happened.
I want to answer into what you said though. You said Nick Khan, to get a raise, you would wave your head up and down and take it. But if you are a fan of your own product, Vince McMahon wouldn't have took that raise. He would have been like, give my guys the money because I want the show to be better. So I don't like. I disagree with that part. That
you sure about that?
Took it. You think Vince would have took a raise knowing that all his wrestlers that
you sure about that? Like, if you have that sound good, I'll be hitting that button. You sure about that?
Really? I thought Vince McMahon cared about the product enough to know. Use the money you giving me.
He would find. He'd be like, okay, I'll take the check, and then we'll find a way to. We'll find a way to get some more money.
But the thing you're confusing, show, is Vince McMahon was the boss. He was the owner. He was the man writing the check to Nick Khan. And also, these cuts were happening under Vince. So he also, when it came time to review the revenue, cut a lot of people to make WWE look profitable. When he sold it to TKO, he cut a lot of people and he took a lot of deals to make the WWE look very profitable. So when he sold it, he could get top dollar. Now, during the Attitude Era, we could romanticize the fact that he may have not done that because he needed those wrestlers to stay because he didn't have money like Turner did. This is what I was explaining earlier. So it's noble for The Undertaker and Bret Hart to go cut my pay so we can make this product as best as it could because we believe the WWE is better than WCW. It's not noble for the New Day to go, yeah, cut my pay because you want more.
Right. If that's, again, allegedly, if that's what the case was.
Is it noble for them to be like, we don't have nowhere to go, let's take this pay cut? Maybe that's what TKO was expecting.
Well,
we going to go AEW?
No, yeah. Listen, like I said before, I'm not here to judge what the wrestlers do. So if they take the deal or they don't take the deal, that's on them.
Right. They're all adults.
Yeah.
They know how to, they know what they're doing.
But we can't fantasize or romanticize the fact that they're doing it on some noble shit. Like,
this is business.
Yeah, they're saying Bayley took the 50% cut. Good for her.
Right.
If she wants to stay in the WWE and help these women out, she sacrificed. Good for her. If she would have said, fuck you, I'm out, good for her.
I would not have blamed. Like, and so I think, like, so for Bayley in particular, the things that I have learned about Bayley is that she actually she lives under her means. Like, she's not somebody that lives like buying Bentleys and shit. Like she has in a mansion. Like, she's living below her means. Yeah. So she probably So she probably has most of her checks from when she was getting paid however much. So she's like, it's not really gonna be a thing. Like, and she probably has her investments and everything. Like, it's not gonna hurt me a whole lot to take 50%, and then I want to be here because to pay it forward per se. Like, there's women that were here that helped. Like, when I got to my prime, women that made me look good and taught me things. So now it's my turn. So I can see her doing, like you said, like in that case, I can see her doing that. Because of things I've learned about Bayley. I just saw some memes for, basically like, oh man, when Paige got signed again, they knew they couldn't have Xavier there anymore.
Oh wow!
I didn't think of that.
So they offered him some deal they knew he wouldn't take. And
now here's one thing though, right? Let's say that they take that 50%.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty much also giving up on any kind of royalties.
No, royalties is that's a different pot. So
no. Listen to what I'm saying though. So you're telling me that you're gonna slash my pay to 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what is stopping you from saying, hey, that 30% we were giving you on all t-shirts, so we're also gonna slash that shit to 50%.
You can't do like that again. That's two different things. So that's royalties and everything. That's a whole nother
DJ. I know they're two different things. Yeah. What I'm saying is, what is stopping them from saying
law and contract?
Yeah, that's my likeness, bro.
I mean,
I guess is what I'm answering the question.
Right, but think about that. The New Day signed a contract last year. Like they signed new contracts just last year.
Right.
And the reason they're walking away is because they're trying to cut or whatever, fuck up their contract this year, like restructured or whatever, 50% pay cut.
Right.
Like what is stopping them from saying, hey, not only are we doing that, but that we added some verbiage into that new deal that we want you to sign, that we're cutting, not only are we cutting you 50% off on your pay, but we're also going to do this. Now remember, you also have, I remember back a couple of years, the big deal was the whole wrestlers having their own podcasts and all this other shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that it's. I know there's two different things. Like, what is stopping them from going from, hey, we're going to cut your contract, to then, hey, we're going to cut your royalties like another day, and then be like, hey, oh, by the way, we were going 50-50 on your podcast, whatever revenue that created. Now we're going to go 70-25. Like, where does it stop? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's like, where does it stop when you also have like this guy Nick Khan who just signed, who just gave himself a lot more money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's ridiculous. Like, these guys put their bodies on the line.
Yep.
Every time they step into that ring.
Yep.
It's not like, they put their body line. No. Every time they step into that ring, because if one wrong move could result in what happened to D'Lo and Draز, where Draz is now paralyzed.
Right.
My whole thing is like, where does it stop? They're like, dude, it's all for money because you just want to line your fucking pockets?
That's one thing, like, so you know how we just lost Ted Turner?
Yeah.
That's one thing I'll give Ted Turner. He's like, look, here's the money. You guys know what you're doing. I'm gonna go. In fact, I'm gonna go home so I can go watch the show. Okay. Okay. Like, they kind of shot themselves in the foot, like with, too many people in the NWO. Like, we know how WCW ended. But when Ted gave them, he's like, again, like, if you go back and watch, he's like, there's like, Eric, what do we need to do to go against WWE? He's like, well, we need to be on Monday. Okay, good. You got it. What else? We need to sign Hulk Hogan. Okay, go get him. What else? He's just like, and then, okay, now I'm gonna go home and watch the show. You know wrestling, so I just want to see the ratings. Yeah.
Ted Turner was giving them the whole come and tell America line. So what do you like? Whatever you like.
Whatever you like. What else? Like not even blinking. What Macho Man? Okay, yeah, let's get him. What else? Like, so So, and then he would go home and watch the show. Like, just show me that you're getting ratings, and I don't care.
Yo, and DJ, I said this. I think it was earlier today. What killed WCW was AOL. Because even when the NWO got 50 people in it, WCW was still making money hand over fist, and TBS and TNT were using that to create other projects.
Right.
And then AOL bought Turner Classic Network, and they said, we don't want wrestling. They cut their profits in half. Yep. They cut their budget in half. They got rid of Eric Bischoff, and they said, here you go.
Yep. Yeah, let's not forget, they also they gave Hogan his own show.
Thunder in Paradise, yeah.
Right. You know?
Yeah. That was a part of the deal because he wanted to be a movie star.
Right.
Dude, and this was all shit that was making money with WCW. And I was saying, this looks very similar now to TKO coming in, and it's almost like we don't give a fuck about the product. We want money.
And it doesn't work. It's the way you get money is having a good product.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't work that way.
But not only that, people forget a happy employee is a productive employee.
Yo, DJ, I said this earlier, and I was saying how I've come to the conclusion that Triple H is someone who can see something in progress and go, if we do this, it'll make it better. He's not someone that goes from scratch. Because when he started, my brother was like, yo, the first 2 years of Triple H, it seemed different. It was still going off of Vince McMahon shit. Because you think about it, the bloodline and Roman Reigns was created under Vince. At WrestleMania, he did that shit with Cody Rhodes. The first year Cody Rhodes lost, they continued the bloodline. The bloodline was majority Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. It was their creative work. They did the shit. They handpicked the wrestlers, right? They did all that. The Rock comes in. Another big thing. The Rock was the one who made the final boss and did this and did that and all these. Triple H had no hand in that.
Right.
What did Triple H have his hand in? John Cena's last run.
Retirement.
His retirement. Triple H had his hand in Jey Uso. Fucking him being a star, which I already explained to them. I explained to Show. Jey Uso.
AJ Styles retirement too, right?
Yeah. That retirement was stupid as shit. Jey Uso was a huge star. DJ, you and we both know he was a huge star. 20 minutes a yeet. 20 minutes a yeet. And the minute they say, okay, let's make something with this, and he goes, I can't. He said, I can't.
Even like, so to back you up, again, I can back up everything you just said. So if you go to the WWE documentaries and you watch the one about the Click, and then they said they used to go to Vince's office, like, you know, them together were going to Vince's office, and they would mess around like, okay, let's look at this roster, and then they go down the roster. Okay, this guy could go. We are like, they're telling Vince all this stuff, and they, oh, you know that story, and I remember Triple H being on there like, oh yeah, we even like there were storylines that were going on, and then we would tell them, hey, you know, you need to do this, that, and the other with this storyline that's already going, right?
Yeah.
We could go to Obafemi.
Yeah.
Obafemi, what up? Obafemi is it's Goldberg with a big old African man.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Like, and we're here for it. Like, I'm excited. I'm like, he's right now, I'm glued to the TV when he comes on. But he didn't make it. Like what you're saying though, he didn't make it up. Wait, remember Goldberg? Let's do that. Like, that's basically what they're doing.
let me make this picture a little brighter for you, DJ. WrestleMania comes. We know if there's anything we can assume. I don't want to say we know, but if there's anything we can assume with Brock, he chooses who he works with.
Right.
He chooses what he does for people. He made the choice to do this for Obafemi.
Correct.
So with him making that choice, you know it has to be big. So I don't care who produced the match. But that storyline was the biggest storyline that WrestleMania offered us.
Right. Stole the show.
Sorry to say this, it still wasn't worth $10,000.
No.
But
No.
yeah.
No.
But Obafemi wins that match. Mm-hmm. That was legitimately Brock Lesnar's last match. Obafemi retired Brock Lesnar. Mm-hmm. Obafemi is now wrestling Otis on Raw.
Like I said,
baby. they took that fucking steaming pile of shit that was rolling downhill and they stopped it. Otis time.
Like I said, they're redoing Goldberg. Like, so Goldberg would have, like, so basically, like, think about it. He'll take out, like, 1 week he took out the Flock, and then the next week he's going against, like, you know, Norman Smiley or something. And then, a few weeks goes by.
Norman Smiley, all right? You watch it out.
A big wiggle.
Okay. and then a few weeks will go by, and then he'll go against, then now he gets into it with the NWO. Like, that's, like, again, that's what they're doing. They're just buying time. Let him, like, hey, let's show his power throwing around Otis. You know how, let's have him throw Otis halfway across the ring. This is show how strong he is.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That was impressive.
It was impressive.
Otis is a big boy.
Now let me run something by you. Mm-hmm. Obafemi's doing this open challenge. Yeah, Otis is a big boy. That's cool the first week. But imagine if Rusev was the monster that he was in AEW. Mm-hmm. He was Miro.
The monster he was when he first was in NXT.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like, he's Miro.
Or even U.S.
the Redeemer. Yeah.
He was U.S. champ, but he was.
And those people that they cut were wrestling Miro. Because, you know, there's a 3-hour show and we only get 15 minutes of it. But, like, you actually have Miro do something and we see him and his power and all that. And then one of those open challenges is Rusev at that stage. That's like, ooh. Can Rusev do something with this guy? Mm-hmm. Because you can even went with Sheamus. Because at one point, Sheamus, I like to fight. I'm a tough motherfucker. Let's see what he does with Sheamus. Let's see this. Let's let the imagination run. But no. I got a better idea for Rusev. He's gonna be Ethan Page's bitch.
Yeah.
He almost made me spit this.
That's what they come up with, DJ. They have people. Yo, DJ, I don't know what Coach, did I say this on the sports show? But they literally had people make an idea. We're gonna get Ludacris and Tyrese to go to space in a Corolla with
I was there for
rubber suits, and we're gonna have them destroy a satellite. That made a movie. That idea passed the table, and they said that's a good idea. That one's good. That boy's good. Sexual chocolate.
That boy's good.
That boy's good.
Yeah, not one motherfucker could come up with an idea.
Or did one person at the table go, okay, wait.
All the business make that
wait a second. Just wait. Can I just 1 second? Okay, 1 second before we.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. You guys are saying that you're gonna make a sports car go into space with 2 motherfuckers in it, by the way.
Yeah.
And that's good. And to disable a satellite, like that's what you're. And you want to put that in like where, you know, that place where people are going to go, they spend money and sit in a place where we're all sitting in the same direction with a big screen and watch this, right? And you know, and this is going to be like $200 million to make this.
They took out a military plane with souped up hoopties.
Yeah.
They took out a submarine. Don't you disrespect them. They can take out a satellite, bro.
they took out a submarine with a charger. But that passed the developmental stage. That got into the budget. They got into the $300 million.
Somebody said yes to that idea. Yes.
Yeah. Somebody pushed that idea and made people say yes. But you're telling me that no one could have pushed the idea that maybe John Cena was concerned a little bit that R-Truth snapped. That's not feasible. You can't make me believe that John Cena is afraid of R-Truth who snapped and now is Ron Killings. I can't believe that. But two black men in a fucking Corolla in space, I believe it. I believe it. With duct tape,
I've had enough to
it's
drink
a
for this.
vacuum of space. It's a vacuum of space. You need a pressurized suit. You don't put a fucking suit that you put on for fucking asbestos with fucking duct tape and survive in space. You can't. But they passed that idea. That idea went into $100 million budget. But you can't pass. Maybe he's concerned that this motherfucker who's already crazy snap. We can't buy that for a week. Nope. Nope. We can't buy that. You went too far, sir. You're fired.
You're fired. You're fired. Oh my god. Oh, I haven't had enough to drink for this.
I'm drinking now.
Yeah, I haven't had enough.
Better catch up.
Yeah, I need to catch up because
this is me sober.
Yeah, and that's him sober, y'all. Oh god.
By the way, guys, it's always him sober because he don't drink.
He don't drink, so.
Oh man.
Not for nothing, man. Because it's like, come on, dude.
And then it can like it's just like we're in an era, like not just it, because again we talk about all around here, right? So just like I know I'm a Cento in another rant, but we had a man kick out of the One Wing Angel,
Yes.
to then 3 days later get beat by a headlock takeover. Like, what do you want? What do you want from me? I don't understand.
You know what, DJ?
What do you want from me?
When I saw that, I said, "Okay, yeah, this is about the most dumbest shit I've ever seen." And I think WWE said, "Hit me with the the Shawn Wayne line from fucking Scary Movie. Scary Movie 1." But wait. There's more.
With drooling all over the
yes. Or the whole famous, oh, you think that's stupid? I hold my beer.
Right. Oh my back. Give me that pen and pad. I got something for you.
Yeah.
It sucks because back in the heyday, when let's say WCW did something, WWE was like, okay, let's top this, and they actually went out to top it. It's like,
yeah, they had purpose.
Now it's like, oh, you did something dumb, or I can do something even dumber.
Yeah, just like Hassan says, at some point tonight, we do got to pick our winners for Backlash.
Yeah, but hold on. I just want to say this shit. I got to do it. I got to do it because the show said this shit before. Okay. I got to do it for you. I'm gonna paint this motherfucking picture for you. I got a fucking brush. I got a paint. I got a canvas. Here you go.
Wait. So do you also have the hat too? You gotta have the hat.
Uh-oh.
I got the fucking hat.
There it is.
There's the fucking hat.
There it is.
I got it all for you. Let's fucking go down memory lane.
All right.
There's this kid. Every week he comes out with a new name.
Okay.
The Dropkick Kid, the Backslide Kid, the one, he was the Lightning Kid.
Right.
He wrestles Razor Ramon. At the time, Razor Ramon was top heel in WWE, WWF at the time. This kid, there's a moonsault off the top rope. He pins Razor Ramon in an upset victory.
That's right.
His new name from that point on was the 1, 2, 3 Kid.
Yep.
He then went onto a storyline with Razor Ramon.
Right.
Where Razor wanted to get his get back on this kid for embarrassing him.
Right.
Razor fucks this kid up so much. This kid aligns with the $1 Million Man. He becomes a bad guy. because he ain't got shit for Razor when Razor's on his fucking high horse.
Right.
Then that match, that rivalry culminates in a crybaby match where Razor beat the 1, 2, 3 kid and put a diaper on him, put baby powder over and gave him a fucking bottle to drink out of. That was fucking 30 years ago.
I think that was more than 30 years ago now.
Oh, Jesus.
Bro. And that's better than the shit you're giving me now. A kid that had no name gets named the Count that beat the Razor Ramon and then later gets put in a diaper. That shit is better than what the fuck you're giving me now with a guy who retired Brock Lesnar, with a man who's fucking 50 years old saying that John Cena was his childhood hero. He gets fired, comes back, and his childhood hero, who's 30 years younger than this motherfucker, changed and became a bad guy. And then he says, I'm no longer R-Truth, I'm Ron Killings, and shaves his fucking head. But you can't figure out a way to make John Cena afraid of Ron Killings?
That went crazy?
You can make a kid that doesn't have a name have a story for months and end in a diaper. You can come up with that story, but you can't give me an excuse for why John Cena might be afraid of the motherfucker who snapped.
Or how about, here's another story that I used to love this. Like I mentioned Smiley, right? But the storyline I used to love with him was when he became hardcore champion.
Yes,
yeah, he didn't like wrestling hardcore, so he would have like a football uniform on.
Yes,
I remember that.
Shit was, I used to love that.
Yeah, he had the football pads and all that.
I love that storyline.
Yeah. No, here goes another.
Somehow win, like he's wearing like shoulder pads.
Here goes some shit.
He goes out and somehow wake up still with like on top of the guy win, and he'll just look around and be like, "Oh, I won. I let me take the title. I'm out of here."
Yeah.
He goes some shit for y'all. He goes to some more history for y'all.
Yes.
You had the King of Memphis, Jerry the King Lawler, who technically has like 52 world championships.
Right.
Because of his promotion.
Right.
And then he's wrestling this kid. You may not know him, but he calls himself the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Right.
Maybe you never heard him. His name is Bret Hart. He wrestles this guy.
I think he did all right.
He did all right, right? Now, this guy is notoriously known for not being able to cut promos because, we need promos now because, I can't watch wrestling without somebody cutting a promo. So fucking Bret Hart turned around and says, the only king you are is the Burger King.
Right.
The fans for years called Jerry the King Lawler the Burger King.
Yes, they did.
And everybody, like, I remember the next show, everybody, like, the whole arena showed up with the Burger King, like, the things you got for
the crowns we used to get. I remember the story where a lot of Burger Kings were selling out of that stuff because people were actually going there and be like, I need a crown.
Yep. And get this. Here goes some more shit for you. That storyline introduced Kane, who was Isaac Yankem.
Yes.
A dentist, but also culminated in a Kiss My Foot match.
Right.
Where Jerry the King Lawler stuck his foot in everything to make his foot vile. His foot had gangrene on it. And Bret Hart made him kiss his own fucking foot. But you can't fucking... you can't fucking write a story for the Intercontinental Champion. You can't write a story for the Intercontinental Champion. You're telling me you don't have a tag team division.
Right now, there is no tag team division. Yep.
Someone went out there and said, you know what we need in this company? Bunch of farmers. We need 2 farmers to come out here and throw fucking pig slop on people. Yep. That's going to get over. And we loved it.
In fact, they had a hell of a rivalry with the Legion of Doom.
They did.
But and with Sonny. Remember the shit they did with Sonny?
Yep.
But you know what's difficult?
Yeah.
You know what's difficult though, DJ? The hardest thing you can ever do? Have a legitimate story with one of the best tag teams in TNA. You know, because you only got the Usos and the New Day and the Street Profits and the Wyatt Six and all these other tag teams that you could have had them wrestle.
You have the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah, you know, but God forbid.
If you didn't want to use.
Yeah, God forbid you do something with the Motor City Machine Guns. We can't do nothing. If the Motor City Machine Guns were fucking farmers, maybe we could have did something with them. But like Booker T and Bully Ray and all these other wrestlers that get paid by WWE like to say they can't get over.
So I got something for you.
Stop.
We got two cousins that came in, waving the fucking arms around. Yeah,
rubbing their armpits on people's fucking faces. I remember the Bushwhackers.
Let's see. AP's got a question for us. AP got a question. Who's better tag team? DX or the Brothers of Destruction?
Now, are you talking about DX as the New Age Outlaws or just DX as a faction?
That is a good question. That's a good.
Yeah. Because if you're talking about Shawn Michaels and Triple H or Undertaker and Kane, I can't answer that question. But if you're talking about the New Age Outlaws,
just like they're just so cunning, like the New Age. Like, okay, he's saying Triple H and HBK.
Nah.
In their prime would be the Brothers of Destruction.
They were actually a tag team.
Yeah, and they actually ran roughshod through the organization at one
point. Just the two of them.
They were the WCW tag team champion.
They didn't even need a whole faction. Like just the two of them were just throwing everybody around. Yeah, no, in their prime, the Brothers of Destruction, you gotta go with them. If you're saying HBK and Triple H,
right?
New Age Outlaws, even though individually they were not better than say Kane and Undertaker, but together as a tag team, they were just so cunning, and they would find a way. Like it's like they had that way of finding a way to win.
Well, you had. Not for nothing, but the New Age Outlaws themselves were what you want in a tag team, which is what we grew up watching in a tag team.
Right.
One who was cunning on the mic and stuff like that, which is the Road Dogg.
Right.
And the one to do the incredible
power,
the move.
Yeah.
And
power guy. Yep.
And I mean.
And then you had that anomaly, like the two anomalies of that was Demolition and Legion of Doom. Like you had a tag team that had like two power guys that can move. Like that was just, they were unicorns. Like, wait, how are they moving like this? And they're that big. So that's why they kept.
And it's crazy because both Demolition and the Legion, they had two different styles on the mic.
Right.
But they can still grab that mic, and you can be like, yeah. I mean,
once Hawk got on the mic, dude.
Animal would talk, and you would understand, and then he goes, "Tell him, Hawk."
Yep.
And then,
and then you knew he's gonna say some shit from out in the field somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, we snack on down.
And I grab this nugget.
We snack on death. We dying on danger. We don't care.
I mean, dude. But again, like you said, they were anomalies. They were unicorns.
Yes.
Because
look, not for nothing, the other team in the '80s that could do what they did physically in the ring was the Steiners, but the Steiners were not good on the mic.
Oh man.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is though? The reason why they're unicorns is because it was televised wrestling everywhere. They went to territories and they were put in good positions for them to be fan favorites, and when they fit in the WWE, they were wrestling people like the Demolition, the Natural Disasters, Money Incorporated, the Nasty Boys, people that fit their style of wrestling. The reason why the Steiner brothers in the WWE didn't really work is because they didn't have All-American wrestlers as tag team. So the signage to really work, they would have had to go up against the British Bulldogs, the Hart Foundation, you know, even Owen and Yoko. Like
not for nothing, the Varsity Club, which Rick Steiner was a part of.
Yeah, but then you know you had Mike Rotunda and
AKA IRS.
And who was it? Dr. Death, when they were the
Steve
Williams.
Yeah,
Steve Williams.
Because they're where their college, the college they really went to, they had their Letterman.
Yeah, they had their
so that was dope.
Yeah. So that's why the Steiner brothers didn't really fit in the WWE, because they didn't have people that complemented their style.
Right.
Because
they're a little bit ahead of their time.
The Steiner brothers were pretty much Kurt Angle.
Right. Yeah, 2 Kurt Angles.
Yeah. When Kurt Angle wasn't in the WWE yet. And I mean, that style wasn't in the WWE yet.
No whatsoever.
But
AP got another question for us when we get a chance.
Real quick, he said he grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era. If you grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era, tag teams, you want to talk about being the best. In that time, you have the Great American Tag Team with Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin.
Absolutely.
You had Kane and Rob Van Dam. You had Goldust and Booker T, Batista and Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero. You had the Basham brothers.
Yep.
Remember they were with Chantel and those people. You had Deuce and Domino. You had the Eminem with Nitro and Mercury.
Yes.
Right.
Like there's a plethora of tag teams that you could even fucking the Miz and Johnny Nitro. There's a plethora of tag teams that you could consider which one was better.
Right.
You know,
even on that, you had the Miz and R-Truth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you know, so
my whole thing is to backtrack to when we were ranting about them not being able to come up with storylines for people.
Yes.
They had storylines for divas
Yep.
who have bra and panty matches, and you're telling me you can't come up with storylines now.
Think about this shit, Hodge. You just said it. Do you remember? I don't think you remember, because it wasn't a big thing that happened in WCW. Remember the guy named Lance Storm?
Yeah.
When he was the United States champion,
Mr. No Personality.
Yeah, and he turned around and said, "Well, this is the Canadian title now."
Right. Yes.
You're telling me Julia could have turned around and be like, "Yo, fuck y'all, this is the Japanese championship now."
Right. And that would have drove people crazy. And then there you like automatic heat right there.
Yep. And if you wanted to, if you had the balls, you could have had Chelsea Green turn face, and
which she already basically is. Yeah.
But bring back the United States Championship, even though she's a Canadian.
Right. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I don't get it, man. It's just horrible that you can't come up with storylines.
And the thing, I don't think they want to. I think they think that their bread is buttered off of one story. Which the problem
with the world title, I
just
think the world title, and that's it. Yep.
Yeah, the problem is back in the day that bread was buttered with Hogan, but the bread company was the wrestlers.
Right.
Like, because think about it. Yeah, Hogan, everybody came to see Hogan versus Andre the Giant. That story was huge. But you also had Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Macho Man. That story was just as huge. That match was way better. You had Jake the Snake Roberts. Yeah. Like, you had all these other wrestlers and all these stories for these matches.
Yep.
I'm never going to sit here and allow one story to run a whole show. I'm sorry. You can't do that. Because even in the Attitude Era, you had D'Lo Brown in a vest.
Yep.
With Val Venus, Choppy to PP. With the Intercontinental Championship.
Bunch of stories.
With the Intercontinental Championship. And then you had in WCW, you had Benoit and fucking
Booker T.
Well, the best of 7. But woman's original husband.
Kevin Sullivan.
That was a story in itself. You had the legend, Larry Zbyszko, and a side story with Scott Hall.
Yeah.
There was always something to watch. The problem is just like a TV show, like you want to say, oh, it's scripted. Here goes your fucking reality shit. Hutch, watch Daredevil.
Yeah.
Today was yesterday was the
it.
finale. I saw the finale. Wow. I'm not gonna spoil nothing. But
Yeah,
what I'm gonna
I'm
say is
watching that
this
tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm saying in that show, this example, you have Daredevil, you have Kingpin. That's the main story. Daredevil and Kingpin. You also have you also have the Vigilante Squad. You also have Bullseye. You also have Karen Page. You also have the girl that does the fucking news reporting on the low. You have the guy that's trying to be the next Kingpin. You have there's all these stories coexist with each other, and each one of them have their own growth in it. And so when they switch to that part of the story, it's interesting.
Right.
When all I see is Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu in the last 10 minutes of a 3-hour show, what's keeping me there the other fucking 2 hours and 45 minutes?
Just Oba. And that's about it.
And even that was fucking 4 minutes.
Right. Yeah, most of it is his interest, like you said, and then he throws somebody around, which he should.
Yeah.
He's doing like that part. They're doing it the way it's supposed to be done, but like you said, like it's a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
And that was just one of again, going back to Nitro, we used to love so the Goldberg music was coming on, and you see him go against whoever he was going against, and you watched, right? Yeah. And then waiting for him to build himself, like you knew eventually he was gonna get into that main that main championship storyline eventually, right?
Yeah.
So we knew that was cooking, right? It was
marinating.
And then okay,
it was
so
simmering.
Right, okay,
it was simmering.
Yes, okay,
we gotta let it simmer.
Which in this case is the right thing to do, right? But you had all these other storylines. You had, again, the tag team title meant something. The cruiserweight title. He's like the cruiserweight championships were good matches and had some stories.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, even before Goldberg got it with the NWO, you had, Sting, the Giant, Luger.
Yeah, what's Sting gonna do tonight?
And you know something? Anyone can argue the WWE does tell other stories. And I could, like, if I wanted to be that dickhead, but what about the Judgment Day? What about this? The problem is Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns right now is the story that they're telling, where Jacob legitimately looks like a challenger to Roman, but we understand Roman is the top guy. We understand this is not a match that's a throwaway.
No.
When Dominic fought Finn, that was a throwaway.
That was just to see Dominic get his comeuppance. That's the story.
The story they're doing now with Finn and the Judgment Day is more of how can we push Liv over? Because Liv is taking over the shit and she's questioning Roxanne. And that story is compelling, but you're also sacrificing the actual story with Finn. Because what are we doing here? Finn beat Dominic. He should have exercised. He should have exiled himself from that business anyway.
Right.
And now he's going after Roxanne. But he's doing it in an obvious way of now Roxanne is in between Finn and Liv and blah, blah. But back in the day, the story would have been different. It would have been Finn fighting them and Roxanne going, I don't like the fact that there's 5 of us against this one guy. Like not for nothing. He used to have our back and now we just, for what? For Dominic? Right. Like someone would have came to the conclusion like, yo, is Dominic worth all this shit?
Or Liv, it's like, again, how is it that we bend over backwards to have you keep winning? And we lose. With the sac, I was going for that world title too. You eliminated me in the, if I'm Raquel, I'm like, you eliminated me in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Okay, why am I helping you?
If you really wanted to give us a Judgment Day story, it wasn't them turning on Vin because we knew that one was coming.
Right.
It would have been Raquel turning on Liv because she called her the Royal Rumble match. She called her the match against Stephanie on Raw.
Yep.
And not like once, but like twice.
Right.
That would have been a swerve that we were like, okay, now you guys are in the game.
Right.
But they don't have the balls to do it. Because yo, Hodge, that goes to show it goes with my argument earlier. Before you came, part of my rant was that we grew up with wrestling, and wrestling taught us things. Taught us good versus evil, right versus wrong, the corporation versus the employee, the rich man versus the poor man. You know, the guy with the loner versus the popular.
Not to cut you off, Toe, but the biggest example of that was when Hogan turned heel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it legit. That was like legit when Optimus Prime got killed in Transformer the movies. The kids were crying.
Yeah.
I was like, why are they telling us this?
And but like I said, that taught us stuff because we grew up with this. In the same way sports teaches you things, this gave us life lessons.
Right.
And some of it was sometimes you have to stand up for yourself to your friend.
Right.
Sometimes you're gonna come across something that it may seem impossible to overcome, but if you try hard enough, you can overcome it. Right. You don't need to have money to be important. You don't need to be with a big group of people for you to stand out. You know, it's shit like that. Right. When you're sitting here with Finn and Dominic, what are you teaching them? Nothing. There's no lesson to be learned. It's just when the fucking bitch wants to bitch, you're gone. Like what is Dominic in the WWE? Like, I'm sorry, his character is what? He's a spoiled little bitch. That's his character. He's a spoiled little bitch that just so happens to be with women. Every movie we've seen, the guy that has the money, the guy who has the famous father, always has the baddest bitches, and they use him for something. Liv right now is taking the opportunity that she's with Dominic to be the head of the fucking Judgment Day. She's in control of the Judgment Day.
Right.
100%.
But them exiling Finn Balor, what did that teach us? Nothing. Because even with JD McDonough, they didn't show us a progression of JD and Dominic, where Dominic grew up and JD and like they became friends. It was just out of nowhere. JD just turns his back on Finn.
Right.
So basically, what you're saying is it's okay to turn your back on your friend for bitches.
And I don't even see McDonough with anybody.
Yeah, he's not even getting no play.
Right.
Because right now it looks like Dom has Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne.
Right. Because also remember this, McDonough had to get permission from Dominic to be in that ladder match for the Intercontinental title.
Right.
Ridiculous.
So he didn't even earn that spot. He got permission to be there. So what are we learning? What is making me attracted to this story?
Nothing.
The women?
Okay, I don't want to hear the Trouble song anymore.
I don't either. But even that could have been something where Liv is power hungry and she's doing shit like this, where where it's like be careful what you wish for. Something like that. You get corrupted. And with Raquel turning on Liv with that whole "you cost me all this shit" is another way of saying it's okay to stand up for yourself no matter how close of a friend you think these people are.
Mm-hmm.
But because she stays with them, this is encouraging people to stay with toxic people.
No, that's weird. Like, because I think we are building I think Roxanne is slowly about to turn on the group. Like,
I think that her little thing on Monday was like, I'm sitting here for you guys. You know, saying I guess to divert some of the suspicions away from her.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's exactly it. I think that's what she was doing. Was like, okay, I better do something because they're suspecting me right now.
Yeah. Right.
So I better do something to get their trust back. And
this is also forced, right? Mm-hmm. They're kind of forcing Roxanne's hand.
Right. Yes.
Right.
So this isn't even naturally playing out because once Liv said, "I was watching Raw and I saw what you did."
Right.
Oh, so you didn't see the shit that Dominic did? Where Dominic purposely was like, "Oh no, I can't wrestle Rusev. I need y'all to do it because I got a boo boo. I got a doctor's note." You don't remember that one? Or we just forgetting? We forgetting that they did shit.
They're very selective.
Yeah. You only saw what Roxanne like. You only had the 5 minutes of Raw on.
But my whole thing is that would have never been a thing back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
No, because they don't do the whole I watched the show stuff like to be for the storyline to progress. Like, it would just been like you can still do the same thing, but not I watched the show. It's like, I have this feeling that you are not in this, your whole heart is not in this group. Like I get this feeling from you and you need to fix it. Like if she would have just said that. Boom! Like we're okay. Oh, she's not playing with her.
Yeah, why do I have to watch Raw to see what happened last week?
Yeah.
Why didn't you come and tell us?
Yes. Okay, you need to fix it. And then we would have been okay. She's not playing with her. That would have been way more interesting than I watched Raw. Come on, man. We're already watching Raw. I don't need the little advertisements to watch Raw. We're watching it. We're sitting here watching the show. I don't need to be reminded to watch the show. So or what the name of the show is.
Word. And also she could have been like, yo, ever since I came back, you were real chummy with everybody.
Yep.
But I knew Dominic and JD and Raquel were on my side.
Right.
I had to question your loyalty because I don't know you like that.
There it is.
Right.
There it is.
I mean, whatever happened to playing the fucking 2K?
Yeah.
Instead of watching Raw. As a matter of fact, the week before or 2 weeks before that, didn't fucking Stephanie bust your TV? All of a sudden, y'all got a new TV?
Yep.
So,
my whole thing is like everything is getting to a point where it's getting really dumbed down, and I'm just like,
yeah. And
not for nothing, and it pains me to say this, but at least AEW be having 20-minute matches.
And that's we talked about that on the show before. Like they almost overcorrect. It's like, so yeah, there's some matches that should be 20 minutes, and then there's others that shouldn't. It's like, so now because we want to overcorrect what people are complaining about with WWE, so we're gonna make every match about a half hour, 30 minutes. It's like, and you're like, wait, this match didn't need to be this long. Like as you're watching it,
Minotaur didn't need 30 minutes.
Yeah, and then you're watching them do the same sets and everything. Like you start watching them do the same exchanges and everything that you just saw in the match before. So that's the thing with AEW. Like, yeah, I get it. There's more action, but sometimes more action. But it's got to be entertaining. Like I don't care that they're in the ring longer. If it's like you're just giving me more stuff instead of more quality.
And also the thing with that, DJ, is like, if I'm tuning in onto Dynamite and every match is 30 minutes, and then I tune into the pay-per-view and every match is 30 minutes, it's like, well, am I getting anything different? Because the pay-per-view has to feel like it's a bigger event.
Right.
And if everybody seems like they're on equal footing in Dynamite,
right,
how do you get excited for a match in the pay-per-view?
And then we're kicking out of finishers where I meant to bring this up as an example. I love how in Ethan Page's matches, how he's going for his finisher and they get out of it. Like they'll reverse it and they'll wiggle out something, right?
He actually does his finish.
And then finally he hits it and then it's over. That's I'm tired of this. Okay, they hit the finisher and then 1, 2, and then that's supposed to create drama that it was a 2.5 count. I'm like, dude, this is an episode of Dynamite. Like, come on, man.
Let's get this shit going.
Yeah, and this is the talent that you guys got from the local gym. Like, can we, come on, man. So what good is your finisher if you can't even put out the guy that is the local talent?
Papa Ganoush won.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is why WCW back in the 90s started to kill WWE for those weeks.
Yeah.
Because they had the entertainment of the interviews and all the storylines going on, and they also had the matches going in. Now, I could sit there and watch Eddie and Ray go at it, for 15 minutes, and then Halloween Havoc, they're going for 30 minutes, and they're doing even more intricate moves.
I'm about to say it goes deeper, yeah. So it's not the same match,
right? But now it's like, okay, you want people to just talk, you go to WWE. Dude, not for nothing. WrestleMania was a 4-hour show, and you had an hour of actual wrestling and 3 hours of talking and commercials and advertisement. And we're home, so we can get up, we can walk away. What happens when you're there?
Fuck you. That's what happened.
Man, so like John was saying, like, with NXT pay-per-view. So NXT, and we were talking about this last week, John, like NXT is the example of being out of the corporation eye. And then now that's just playing out. I'm like, Shawn Michaels is just over there writing wrestling shows. Like that's what to me, that's what WWE I think should be. But unfortunately, when you get to the main roster, now the corporation is there. It's like, okay, so we want this guy. I don't care what you do, but this guy has to win. That's basically what the corporation's doing, right? So, and it's like, dude, are you looking at the crowd? Like the guy that you wanted. Like nobody cares about this guy that you want to win, and the guy he's going against, the crowd is going nuts when they come out.
Yeah,
so
DJ, you know what's crazy?
Yeah,
I said this when I was here by myself, part of my rant.
For
7 years, the 20, 30,000 people were chanting CM Punk. They got CM Punk as champion, and the minute Roman Reigns became champion again, more eyes are on the product.
Right.
So, I guess
again, your boos mean nothing. I see what you cheer. So okay, that's why I'm telling you that is the best line I've ever heard in television.
Well, let's answer some of these questions because we got some questions. This is the second time that we're asked a question. You think WWE would bring the draft back? No, I don't think they'll bring the draft back.
Well, they kind of did a little draft with Jacob Fatu going to SmackDown and Gunther going. I mean, Jacob going to Raw and Gunther going to SmackDown.
They literally had 2 general managers there. Like if you was doing your own football, your fantasy football team, actually picking players.
Yeah,
I think that's what they're asking, if they're ever going to go like that style, where they're like, with the first pick, Raw takes, John Cena. You know what I'm saying? With the second pick, SmackDown takes The Undertaker. Like, I don't think they'll ever go back to that style of drafting.
No, because they fucked it up the last time they did the draft. Was like these wrestlers are protected and these wrestlers can go. No, this shit needs to be free for all. Because it has to matter. We have to get excited for the fact that we're changing shit up. If I'm still going to see Seth Rollins on Raw, and there's no way that he can go to SmackDown, the fuck I give a shit what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But the draft, they could bring it back, but it's about how they do it.
Truthfully, I don't think they're smart enough to bring it back. Correct?
They don't care. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Some can argue that SmackDown had the better roster of wrestlers, and they ain't do nothing with any of them. Like, in all honesty, like, how the fuck do you have Andrade, fucking Carmelo Hayes, fucking Carlos Escobar, all these fucking people, and you can't do nothing with that United States title?
Trick Williams. The Trick was there too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. But we need Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is WrestleMania time. We need him. Fuck shit, I forgot his fucking name. Fuck Carmelo Hayes. We need Sami Zayn.
Yeah, and we need IC Speed and
I Show Speed and Jelly Bean and all them. Fuck them.
And Logan, bitch.
Yep. We need them. Oh, and that's another thing. This hurts my brain. How the fuck do you have a tag team rivaling with the tag team champions, but that match has to sit on the back burner because a new guy is challenging one half of the tag team champions to a singles match, but you're pushing a 3-on-3 with Braun Breaker and the tag team champions versus Seth Rollins and the number one contenders for the tag team champions that aren't officially the number one contenders of the tag team champions because the tag teams can't defend their title against the tag team because there's someone challenging one of those people in the tag team, and that takes precedent.
It's sad. It's fucking sad. How
does that make it to the let's run with that portion of
John also has a how come Triple H is letting TK take over? He's not letting them. They bought the company. They run the company.
I'm about to say it's above his pay grade.
No, stop this. No, let's tell him the truth. Because he's bad at his job. Because he's bad at his job. They took over. It's all about making money with TKO. I actually looked up what was the deal. What's the deal TKO is offering to wrestlers in 2026? And they said significant pay cuts, sometimes up to 50% of their previous contract value. Why? They're trying to target reductions, and they're giving an excuse saying you guys no longer work that often, and you're only working 1 day a week, and you're only on the road for a certain amount of time. Also, your market value has dropped. This is a company that only gives a shit about profit. If Triple H was making profit with the WWE, TKO wouldn't give a shit. But TKO turned around and said, "Oh, we can make more money selling tickets for $10,000 a pop. Let's fire all these other fucking people." If Triple H was really good at his job, people like you wouldn't have to do that.
No,
you wouldn't have to do that. But Loki comes on every Monday going, "Yo, copy and paste Raw, copy and paste Raw." every pay-per-view prediction show we have to wait until the last 10 minutes to do the predictions because there's only 5 fucking matches.
We need to wait till SmackDown adds the other 3 matches, and then there we go.
Now are we going to get another show where we're going to have 3 hours of talking and 1 hour of actual wrestling?
Probably. There's going to be a lot of commercials.
This is Backlash, right?
Yeah.
This is Backlash.
Yeah,
right,
and the first hour.
Hold on, wait.
Man.
Tiffany just beat Julia for the US title, but there's no match for that.
No.
Isn't that what the word Backlash is?
Yes. But, Coach, you can rest assured that the Miz and Kit Williams is wrestling Danhausen and a mystery opponent.
And a mystery partner.
Yes. So
which we all know who it's gonna be.
Yes. Sting. That you can rest your pretty little head on, Coach. They just saved wrestling.
That match right there.
Yep.
The company is saved. That
need to be on the PLE. Yep.
I'm buying a ticket for that, baby.
Yep. That put butts in the seat.
What's the line I'm looking for from RoboCop? Oh yeah, I'll buy that for $1. Wow, it's so bad that it has to come to stuff like that. Like it's like Danhausen.
What up, Joseph?
Yeah, nothing. I'm not taking anything away from him because he is the new Santino. He is comic relief.
Mm-hmm.
I don't find him that funny. But...
So I'm not saying that he's funny, but that's what they're trying to use him as.
I get it. No, I get it.
Comic relief.
I just wanted so when I go up there, it's on record.
But
it's on record.
It's on record.
To me,
I said he wasn't that funny.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, they don't need comic relief because you guys have made this shit into a joke. Everything's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
You need some actual players now. That's what you fucking need. Bro, SmackDown is a fucking joke. Raw is a fucking joke. Your fucking pay-per-views are a fucking joke. Like right now, because there's no really big people in NXT, and this is not the first time I'm going to say it, for a while has been your strongest shows and your strongest fucking pay-per-views. Bro, this is NXT. This is what you guys consider your minor leagues. How are they putting on better shit than you are? You are supposed to be above and beyond better than NXT, and you guys are failing.
Because NXT is putting on a wrestling show.
Right. And they just like, kind of like when a major league team either traded away a few people or some people got hurt, they basically called up everybody on the top half of the NXT roster is now on the main roster.
Yep.
And I'm still interested in watching the NXT show. Okay.
I got a question for y'all. Who's the SmackDown Tag Team Champion?
That's isn't it R-Truth and
Damian Priest?
Yeah. Enough said. Yo, listen, those guys got over. They got over way more than the Motor City Machine Guns ever did. I'll tell you that shit.
I think I really
Hall of Fame tag team.
Yeah. I really think the problem they have with the Motor City Machine Guns is that somebody had the bright idea because they saw them. I think it was in TNA. Hey, let's make them singles wrestlers. And I think they're like, no, we came here because we want to do tag team. No, but we saw you guys do, like, you guys even won a couple titles in TNA.
Yes, we
did.
Right.
That's great, but let's get the tag team stuff going first. Nah, let's do singles. And then I think that is like, okay, you know what? Release us. Yeah. And I think that's my theory of what happened there.
Yeah.
That's just horrible, bro.
That's my theory, and
Austin.
I don't think I don't think anybody can really prove it wrong.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think they can prove it wrong either.
The fact that we're just like numb at this point with their stupidity.
We're numb. Yep, we're numb.
With their stupidity, it's just like, okay. We're like, okay, you can tell us, oh, yo, we're gonna have Godzilla in the match. We'll be like, oh, okay.
Yo,
how are you gonna fuck up Godzilla? That's probably what we're gonna say. Like, how you guys gonna fuck this up?
Yeah.
Oh, the way they'll fuck it up is that they'll have a Godzilla job to Howard the Duck.
Yep.
That's how they would fuck it up.
Yeah, that's how they fuck it up. Yo, listen.
You're probably right.
Yo, listen to this shit. Backlash, the first hour is on ESPN2.
Okay.
So it's on free TV.
Right.
And then you have to pay $30 for the second hour.
I'm about to say, even though I'm paying for my bundle.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have my Hulu bundle that has the ESPN on it.
And here goes the kicker. They go, all right, if you don't want to pay ESPN money, go to the movies and pay the $30.
Yeah, I just saw that with Chelsea.
Is that how much it is at the movies?
The Phantom event tickets are $25 a piece. And the boxing ones could be like $45. So they getting their money no matter what. And it's wrapped with a big fuck you on it.
Like I said, like I can, when I want to, I can go to Dave and Buster's, and Dave and Buster's shows everything. By the way, like if you have a Dave and Buster's near you, they show everything. All you gotta do is sit there and buy an entree, or not even entree, an appetizer is what I'm trying to say, and you're good for the whole time. You can sit there the whole time picking on some nachos.
College, you know who was showing all the WWE events? The Hooters.
Yep, I remember that. I remember that. So, yeah, when I was in college, I was on one of those. We had the Nitro girls show up to our campus one time.
Shit, I went to the wrong college
because we had the Monday night thing at our college where whatever frat would have it on, and it was a thing. And then finally they figured it out, and then the Nitro girls were in there one night, and, and we were hollering in the background.
Shit,
Nitro girls, fire,
dude.
Damn it. And
I can see why Shawn Michaels was like, I don't give a damn if she does work for WCW. I want her number.
Whisper was thick. I was like, God damn, who that?
Yo, if you didn't see Ready to Rumble, the way they showed them Nitro girls, David Arquette represented everybody in that scene. Shit.
I have a similar story that I'll tell everybody. So for those of you, getting to know me here, like I grew up in Inglewood, California, and in college I worked as an usher at the Forum, that's where the Lakers and the Kings used to play before they went downtown. Right. All right. So this place also has concerts, and those are my favorite nights to work, because you basically got paid to go to the concert, right? So one night the Spice Girls are performing.
Okay.
And that was a funny night because you saw like all the dads. Like you could tell like the wife was hey, you take your daughter and her friends to the concert, right?
Yes, honey, I will.
Okay, now the dad, I don't think these dads knew what they were getting, because you could tell like when they got there, they're rolling their eyes like, oh God, yeah, dude. Hey, where's the bar? Right. So all the dads were in the bar until the Spice Girls came out, and then all of a sudden they came filing out like, wait, you guys didn't tell me this is who these people, these women. And then next thing you know, they're in the aisle dancing with their daughters, right? So okay.
Girls good.
Right now.
That boy's good. Yeah, that boy's good.
What you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want.
Yeah, now they figured it out, right? So we're laughing. And then my boss comes up to me, hey, can you stay later tonight? Because we need somebody to watch the Spice Girls door. I was like, bless you. And yes, I can do it. Knowing damn well I had a class at 8 the next morning. I didn't give a damn, right?
Word.
So I'm standing at the door, and then they start messing with me. Like they start peeking their head out. And then, hey, who are you? I'm like, oh, I introduced myself. And then they start messing with, like, they started throwing panties at me.
Hey.
And then
what was
finally,
the name of
an usher. I was just an usher. Yeah. Right. And then finally, like right at the end of the night, or the end of my shift, when I was told to go home, they opened the door, and then just to mess with me, they were all in just bra and panties.
Oh my God.
So I saw each one of them in bra and panties, and they were like dancing around and stuff.
Come on, Hodge, let's do it. You remind me of a girl that I'll be Usher. What else, Spice Girl?
Yeah. and then right when they closed the door, they're all laughing, and then my supervisor came. Okay, well I was like, you sure I can stay longer?
Word, they don't need to ride home.
Yeah. So,
well, you teach me
they made me clock out. Like, no, you got to clock out now. Damn it.
He's like, sir, you are rock hard with a tent in your pants. Get the fuck out of here. That's how I do security.
That's normal. That's just
I'm pointing at potential threats.
Yeah.
He's one. Get him out of here.
Yeah, I'm just that's just adrenaline. I'm staying on.
This is a weapon.
That's the way I
keep my
stay
knife stick in my pants.
So don't clock out, dude. Okay. So so yeah. Good old Spice Girls.
To be young.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're British, so they're a little bit more lax with their.
That's it. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
It was if the movie Euro Trip showed you anything, is that they saw orange juice with their titties out. I mean, come on now.
Gee.
If you learn anything from Euro Trip, learn that nudity for them is like second nature. We're the ones that are stuck up over here.
And now that we're all smiling, we got to make our picks for the show.
You motherfuckers. This is a setup to get my attention so we could get our picks.
That's right.
Right. We got you, Coach. Gotcha. Got him.
Surprise, motherfucker.
All right. So let us know.
Just think about this, like while you're thinking about this stuff, just have the titties in the back of your mind.
Yeah, that's it.
Should be all right.
That's how we got to watch wrestling now. Titties in the back of the mind.
Well, I mean,
right,
some of the women's matches you don't need a lot of them.
Yeah.
All right, so
they do us the favor.
The dreaded matches. Give it to us.
All right. The first match is The Miz and Cat Wilson versus Danhausen.
Wait, Cat Williams? Cat Williams is in this match?
Yes. He's a tall white gay man now. That's his role he's playing. It's Kit Wilson. I'm sorry, Kit. versus Danhausen and To Be Determined.
Yo, Cat is that karate guy from WCW? That black guy?
Yeah, Ernest Miller.
Ernest
the
Cat, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Play my James Brown music.
He was the only commissioner in WCW. It made no sense. Like, why is he the commissioner? But hey, fuck it. They did it.
I'm going with
All
Danny
I know
Boy.
is his claim to fame is that he came out to save Glazier. Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Danny Boy.
I'm gonna go with Danhausen too.
The Miz cursed Danhausen. I don't know when. I don't know.
Cursed.
I don't know how that happened, but I'm going with Danhausen also.
Me too. I haven't seen The Miz win in a while.
Word.
He don't care.
Yeah.
I got American Gladiator. You guys can have me go out. That's all you want me to.
Which is that new American Gladiator is not bad.
It's not bad. No.
Yo, dude, I forgot what her name was, but the 6 foot tall chick.
Mm-hmm.
Get it. You know, I like my girls a little tall, but you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I climbed that mountain. But anyway.
No, this is the new American Gladiator.
Yeah, new
when Miz is the host on Prime.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. Yeah. The season's over, so you can catch up on everything.
You can just yep.
Right.
All right, so and then the second match, Io Sky versus Asuka.
Ooh, now this one is. I think this is interesting. This is going to be a good match. And this here we go, a story that we can sink our teeth into here.
And
you know,
it didn't start it until last Raw when they did that little fucking
that video ad was good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now,
who you got? Like, I don't even know who you got.
I read on IG that you know the WWE was trying to somehow get Kyrie Sane just to come in for this match and like finish off that storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, if I'm Kyrie and you just fucking cut me, I ain't coming back to help you for shit.
Yeah.
But on that note, to kill this storyline, Io has to win. Because Io is the apprentice.
Right.
And to correctly finish the storyline off, she has to beat her senpai.
Yeah.
What they call. She has to win. If she loses to Asuka, you guys are just fucking, which Wouldn't be surprised if it happens, but my pick would be Io.
I'm gonna have to agree. I've watched enough. You know, I'm a fan of watching old like Wu-Tang movies and you know all the every Sunday afternoon it was some kind of some kind of karate or kung fu movie, and that's how like
It was Sunday in your neck of the wood.
What's that?
It was on Sundays at your neck of the wood.
Yeah.
Growing up, every Saturday around 1 o'clock on Fox 5 is when we got the old school, Chinese flicks.
Right. So Sundays for us. Yep. So and that's how these stories are. Like it's like, you had the master, and then you had the student that was getting beat up the whole movie, and then finally they start picking it up, and then you find out that the master is not such a great person. And then they have this fight at the end, right? So that I think that's what they're kind of going for here, which I'm here for it. Like you said, it'd been nice to have a little bit more breadcrumbs coming up to the match, but we're here now, and I'm gonna go with Io.
So who you got?
I'm gonna disagree with all y'all. I'm gonna go with Oscar. I think Kyrie's gonna come back like R-Truth with a black hoodie, attack the other girl, and then take the hoodie off. Oh, she's back! Yay! We gave her half the, we hired her for half the price. We good. Everybody's happy.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Show, but for a different reason.
All right.
So I'm gonna be in reality. I'm not gonna play this fantasy world that the WWE's in. I think Asuka's gonna win because it needs to build up more of this story, where Io gets so desperate to prove that she is not under the tutelage of Asuka anymore. That Asuka goes, you get a rematch, but if I beat you, you have to be my student again, basically like my servant, like the old school days, where Asuka would, where Asuka would win that, and that way we can turn Asuka into becoming a number one contender to maybe Rhea, and now we have to put Io versus Rhea together because of Asuka's doing. And we can potentially have a Io heel turn, because Io could be like, you know what? When I'm with Asuka, she may treat me like shit, but I'm winning my matches. I got a lot better. I'm benefiting from this. When I was with Rhea, I lost my title. I wasn't on WrestleMania. Asuka knocked some sense into Io. And we can have, for the first time, a bad Io Sky.
We already had a bad Io Sky when she was in Damage Control.
Where? Her name was Kyrie.
That wasn't a bad Io Sky. That was 4 sexy ass girls fucking doing that thing.
So you just basically gonna replace the girl you fired with the face?
Yeah, they're all Asian.
Oh wow.
That's how the WWE sees it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, some good shit.
Save some money.
Yeah, and you know what? I just did their job for them for 4 months. They don't even have to worry about this shit no more for 4 months.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah, because you know what happens in those 4 months? SummerSlam.
That's true.
That's where you get your get back.
But here's the problem with all that. You actually think WWE creative is smart?
Oh no. That's why I said I'm living in reality. I'm not living in that fantasy world where WWE thinks they know shit. No. I can't do that. I got kicked out of that. I'm a Pisces and I'm supposed to live in fantasy, but I got kicked out of that one. I'm not a dreamer.
You're not getting me with that one again.
I'm a dreamer. You know, say last time I'm a see mo, do my mama, me mo. Not today.
Not today, Satan.
Yeah.
Back to hell, demon. Back to hell.
But either way, this is going to be a good match. Though. That's one thing.
Word.
Yeah, I believe
we'll get match.
I do believe it'll be a good match because they both know each other and they know how to put on the show.
Yes.
Word. All right. So the next match is a WrestleMania rematch, which I didn't know was happening.
Wait. So we actually have a Backlash match at Backlash?
No. Yes and no, because this is what was supposed to be. Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn versus Carmelo Hayes.
Oh shit!
I don't know when they pulled that out their ass, but
I don't know when they. Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah.
You keep doing this.
That's the match.
Wow,
I like
that should have been the match at WrestleMania. Wow. Okay.
I already know what's going on. I already got my pick.
Yeah. I guess we could all fucking say, but yeah.
What do you
Who
mean?
you got?
The only pick is Sami Zayn.
What?
If you're gonna go with WWE thinking, it's gonna be Sami Zayn. We gotta see him beat two black guys.
You know something? You're right.
So you know what's more American, even though he's Canadian, than having a redhead beat two black guys
in Florida. I don't know why that makes a difference, but still, in the South.
I would agree with you, but then they would have had Brock beat the African guy. Give him a chance.
Well, they can't tell
Brock.
They did
us right.
They can't tell Brock what to do. Brock will piss on them.
Yeah, Brock said, "I'm retiring my way. Fuck you."
Right. I'm going Trick retains.
Yeah, I'm going Trick also.
Me too.
Look, nothing in my heart. Carmelo should be the one winning this match.
Mm-hmm.
He carried that title for about 2-3 months. That actually made it look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Sammy beat him for that shit, and then fucking Trick beat him at WrestleMania. Because you know Sami Zayn actually hurt Melo.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that part. If they want to right the wrong, it would be Melo walking away with the title.
But how can they have a gingerbread man in the ring if Carmelo Hayes is champion?
So that's what I'm kind of like. So I'm putting my hope goggles on here for this match. That Sammy just gets beat and we're done, like with him in this story, and that we just have a good back and forth with Trick and Melo after this.
I need that prescription.
Let me have my hope, damn it.
WWE loves.
Oh man!
In this crazy world of ours, let me have some kind of hope.
You gonna need the blue fucking the blue lantern with all that.
Let me have this.
I mean, look, truthfully, I wish that one of the brothers walks away with the title and keeps elevating the title because that's what WWE needs. But it's not how they think.
No,
it isn't. And I know this. That's why I put goggles on.
Yeah, I hate you.
Beer goggles?
Here goes some more hope.
They're almost like beer goggles.
Those are dangerous. Those are dangerous when you're at the bar. Be careful.
Word.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. Don't put your hope goggles on at the bar, guys. Just do it for predictions.
Shit, but here goes some hope for you. Hopefully, this is his last match. Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker.
Oh man, I don't even know if my goggles will work for that, but I feel like they keep like no matter he can have rods going through his legs and everything, and Seth Rollins will still be somehow walking down that aisle.
There you go, show. Seth Rollins is the new John Cena.
Nice.
He can't lose.
Nope. I haven't seen him lose.
You seen him? You see how strong he is? You can't win.
So my prediction, Seth.
He can't lose.
He can't lose.
Damn.
Not to no Braun Breaker.
Here's my problem with that. If Seth would have been the one attacking Braun and beating up Braun, I would have gone with Seth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But now I think I'm gonna go. I truly need to see Seth out of WWE for a while, please.
That ain't gonna happen.
The
most you got is a week.
Word.
And even during that week, he's gonna be there.
His knee broke and he come back in a week.
Bro, all I'm saying is, I'm not the biggest Braun fan, but you gotta stop killing your fucking young talent.
But they right there to kill.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The conventional pick would be Seth. You know, the one I want to actually win would be Braun. But we don't know that Seth is probably going to walk away here with the win.
Nope.
I'm going just because I'm going Braun, baby. Come on.
Them hope goggles are strong with the Force.
Damn it.
The hope is strong with this one.
I really wish it was different, but I just
he got that old school hope, Poach.
I have no faith. I have no faith in the WWE doing the right shit.
Nope. He's gonna curve stomp him into something. He's gonna lose.
Yeah, because let's face it, Seth Rollins is the future of this business.
Oh Jesus!
He is the next Roman Reigns.
Oh no! that was it for Toe.
Get him started.
So you just did it. You just cracked Toe.
Yo, even if they transferred Seth Rollins' consciousness into Roman Reigns' body, he couldn't be Roman Reigns.
He really could.
Oh my God. I just picture The Rock lifting up Roman Reigns' arm in the Royal Rumble. And we're going, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of my face.
Right.
Bionic knees.
Oh my God.
As Joseph said, if Seth's the future, he's going to have bionic knees. Joseph, don't you know? Seth is the new RoboCop.
Right. Word. He's going to be like Darth Maul with all those fucking different types of legs.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Just Terminator.
Just wait, Joe, because once this whole I'm sad because they turned their back on me and I have no friends. When that goes to die, he's gonna have another faction. It's a circle with this fucking guy.
It is.
It's sad that it's to that. It's like you can't really be by yourself at all. You're like you literally have to be in the faction
because he doesn't have any personality. That's why. Jesus.
You fuck up Darth Maul like that.
You know, you're right. That wasn't right for Maul.
Yeah. My bad, Maul. He deserves way better than that.
You know what sucks?
Seth Rollins is Jar Jar Binks.
Ooh.
You know, he's probably gonna have more personality than this motherfucker.
Yeah, Jar Jar does have more personality. Fuck. Maybe he's Padme's replacement.
Well, Jar Jar did sell out us all out, but sell out the galaxy.
I got you. You know who Seth is? C-3PO.
Oh shit.
Who's the one droid that always gets getting fucked up in the movies? C-3PO.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. He got different body parts and shit.
I need a new leg. Mark, give me that leg over there.
Word.
No,
He's always bitching too.
No, but it's
that's the thing. It's the bitching that gets me with him.
Like DJ, you're right. He doesn't have his own personality. Everything he has, he steals from other people.
Yep.
And then he steals his wife's wardrobe too.
I mean that, and he steals whatever, and then it's stale the way he does it. Like he's stiff.
And the crazy shit is though, in the Shield, he actually was okay as a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just like, yo, bro, you just turned all that. You legitimately went John Cena's route.
In the Shield, you had Dean Ambrose, aka John Moxley, as the mouthpiece to all of them. Because let's cut the crap. Roman didn't talk a lot when he was in the Shield. He was just the muscle.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? They called Steph the architect because he was the one putting the game plan together. But the one talking smack was Dean Ambrose.
The game plan was, we're gonna wait until they're tired to fuck them up. All right. Genius. I'd have never thought about that one.
Yeah, because like you're saying, like the Shield, even the Shield matches were, they kind of had a cut and paste feel to them. Like you had Seth go in, do some. He's the technical guy. He would get into trouble, make the hot tag to Roman. You would hear all the girls squeal, and then he would go do a bunch of power moves, and then they win the match.
Power and glory.
Yeah.
Power and glory.
Yeah. So,
damn, Seth Rollins is Paul Romo.
Wow.
Damn. I'm sorry, I insulted Paul Romo.
Sorry, Paul.
Yeah. My bad. Even he was a 4 horseman at one point.
He was.
Crazy,
I'll
right?
never forget that Clash of Champions when they won the tag team titles for no reason at all. And everybody, like even the crowd, was like, "Wait, I didn't think." Like they're looking at each other. Wait, they won?
Yeah,
you serious? I thought this was a joke.
It was a joke. A bad one.
But
we got one more match left.
One more match.
That's it.
That's it.
3 matches.
That's it, Joe. Get ready for 5 hours of commercial. Commercial.
Well, how long is the show supposed to be?
7 hours.
Well, you got the pre-show,
right?
Then you got the pre-show. Then you got the pre-show inside the event.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the actual event, which is about 2.5 hours.
Yeah. So the main card starts at 6. The show starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. Because they take 5 hours to talk about the 5 matches.
Right.
It's going to take place in 2 hours. But Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm going to say Jacob Fatu's winning because they pulled Roman Reigns from the June shows.
Bro, I ain't taking that fucking pain.
Jacob took the half. Jacob took the 50% cut so that way he could get all the shit Roman had.
That's how I won the match.
Ain't that some shit?
Well, not for nothing. They're also saying I watched something on IG and they're like, "Yo, that the Usos are gonna turn on Roman."
Yeah.
And it's all because this past weekend they had LA Raiders jerseys, and like 6 months ago, Jacob was wearing like a LA Raiders jersey, a Raiders jersey, and I'm like, really, guys, come on now.
Same number.
Yo, Joseph, I'm gonna say about that UFC before we go, because I said it earlier when I was by myself, but I'm gonna say it. But yeah, no, remember everybody's putting pieces together because they think Miss Martin should. Yeah, but my shit is. Jacob, Roman had this title long enough. All right.
Okay.
We gotta have a rematch. My thing is this: how stupid is it? Jacob goes, "I want the money, I want the cars, I want all this shit, I want that, I want the life you got," and then we hear reports with TKO going, "So do we." So Roman, you want to cut your pay in half? Jacob gonna be a
TKO,
half his pay.
TKO is coming over and come out. Jacob, we want half.
Yeah.
It's
It's like Eddie Murphy all over again.
What have
Jacob
you
be
done
like,
for me lately?
What have you done for me?
what have you done for me lately with Jacob?
Mr. Fuck you, man.
That's how TKO is showing up to the door after Jacob wins. Jacob, I want half.
What have you done for me lately, Jacob?
But you were on a giraffe a week ago.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, he was on a giraffe, but naked on it.
I am in America now. What have you done for me?
Oh my god.
Oh
my god.
I got a question for y'all.
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
It's gonna happen. But think about it. They fire your boy from Lucha Underground. And they fire one of the tongues.
Oh, Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, I call it. That's my man from fucking Lucha Underground. That's how I know him.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's how I know him. So it's like, okay, what are you gonna do now? Again, like you said,
And then the cologne.
right? Well, like you said, Roman. We already know Roman's not gonna be on TV for the whole month of June.
Yep.
Because it's reported that the TKO wanted him to take a pay cut, a half a pay cut, a fucking 50% pay cut.
Half.
Bro, it's like, hey, yo, come on. I was like, if you're not setting me up for something, come on, bro. Don't do this to me. Don't think I'm stupid. We all know where this is going. You know what I'm saying? Now, had no report come out saying anything about the Roman not showing up for the whole month of June, maybe you can throw that swerve in. But now, I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
Who put the report out that he's going to be out for June?
I think it was on WWE. It might have been on WWE fucking WWE's own IG fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for you about that.
For all we know, it could have been on that. I don't think they did it. I know I saw it somewhere else. But at this point, WWE don't give a fuck what they're doing, so they might have just thrown it right in your face.
You know Roman ain't going to be here next month.
You know what I mean? You guys are going to have to cheer for somebody else.
Yep.
We got rid of Punk. Now we get rid of Roman. I mean, dude, it's just it.
Let's say he declines that 50%.
There'll be a surprise. Put it like that.
Let's say he declines the 50 and he goes to AEW. Would that be like the moment when Hulk Hogan went to WCW?
I don't think so.
That might be like the moment Bret Hart went to WCW.
Look, yeah. Roman Reigns is a great, character or whatever. But dude, and call it what it is. Growing up, everybody was a Hogan, was a Hulkamaniac. You said your prayers, you took your vitamins. So when Hogan left WWE, which a lot of us were, the only place we knew him was at WWE.
Yeah.
So to go to WCW, we were like, yo, what's going on here?
Yeah. And yo, that's not a knock. Me saying Bret Hart because it's the similarities is that Bret Hart left for financial reasons.
Correct.
And Vince told him like, "Yo, I can't match that. Go do your thing." And it's said from TKO, they're encouraging motherfuckers, go find money somewhere else. You ain't getting it here. So if Roman was like, I'm not giving them half my shit, I'm going to AEW, that's very similar to Bret Hart going to WCW. See, Hogan left the WWE because of the steroid scandal. He didn't want to leave. They were trying to make everything younger. Then the steroid scandal came on and he testified against Vince. And it was like almost a breakup moment between them and all that. And you're like, what happened? And then next thing you know, Hulk Hogan's back and he's in WCW.
He's a man.
And yeah, and word. and not for nothing. I'm not even gonna fucking pretend. Even if John Cena signed with AEW, it would not be as big. Because we already shown nothing's gonna happen if John Cena goes to AEW. at least
he'll win the world title on that episode of Dynamite
with an armbar.
Okay. So that's and then everybody.
It's not gonna be an armbar. Come on now. It's gonna be with the 5 finger or with the knuckle.
Yeah. 5 knuckle shuffle.
That's how you're gonna win it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god! Now he's 18 times. And then, and then that's gonna go on for until the next pay per view.
Right.
Yeah.
Then he'll lose to Chris Jericho.
Now I got a question for you guys. Right? If you're a wrestler and WWE now approaches you to come and sign you. Because remember, back in the day, it was, if WWE came to sign you, that was like the biggest thing. That's you making it. Do you sign with WWE now? Knowing that at any moment, TKO will be like, yo, we need you to take a 50% cut.
How young am I?
Or do you stay independent? What would you guys do with something like that?
How young am I, Hodge?
27.
I might take just to be in the WWE.
All right, let me change it up. Let's say both WWE and AEW coming for you. And we all know that AEW can't really put a storyline together, but they're willing to pay you more.
In that case, I'll go AEW. Because not for nothing, like Kevin Nash says, you can either make money or you can make friends. And in this industry, with the way that they're showing all this shit, it's a popularity contest. I'm going to have to make my money somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, right now, or how about this? Let's not even say AEW. Let's say TNA.
If they give me more money, fuck it. TNA is actually doing something. You can build a portfolio with TNA.
How about you, DJ?
Like you said, there's so many nuances to this question because at the same time, again, devil's advocate here. Let's say you go to WWE and you know what the fuck you were doing. Like every time you go out there, and now you have Slim Jim and Boost Mobile. All the commercials that come. Like, what if all of them start calling you as well?
Or that.
Yeah. Okay. And so now you got those. So look at for example, look at Jey Uso. Jey Uso gets 4 checks a night. He's getting the Raw check, Boost Mobile, Slim Jim. And the
Cricket Wireless.
Cricket Wireless and Minute Maid, right?
Yeah, Minute Maid.
Yeah. Okay, so he could give a how much time he's getting on the show.
Plus his merchandise.
And then I still see Yeet shirts.
Yeah.
So you ain't getting that with AEW.
Nah.
And I could possibly start I might be in Street Fighter comes back around and I look like one of the characters. Like let's say I happen to look like one of the characters that's in the video game.
Balrog.
Yeah. Okay. So again, that's not a fringe benefit for AEW.
Yeah, I mean, you make a point.
Yeah. So just just playing the other side here. Like I can see both. Like I can see getting the check up front, and that man's paying you. I can see that too.
That's why I was saying if I was young, I'd take the chance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm old, it's like, bro, it got to be lucrative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is going to possibly be the tail end of my career, and I don't plan on fucking around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right. That's why I'm kind of happy. Like AJ, for example, AJ got out of this shit before he's like, walking with looking like the letter V as he's walking down the street.
No, but not for nothing. Do you think maybe it went up to AJ and was like, "Yo, listen, we want to give you a 50% pay cut," and he's like, "I'd rather retire. I'm here for money." And they were like, "All right, we'll give you a retirement tour. You don't have to do it at Rumble." Yeah, we'll do it in Saudi, and then I'll come back and do that shit. Yeah, I'm right. That's probably why I felt so rushed, because they were like, "Yo." They started doing this shit a while ago, probably.
Mm-hmm. That's
shit.
That's not.
Yo, remember he was
not out of the realm.
He was losing to Dominic, bro. Dominic.
Yeah. And they teamed him with fucking Dragon Lee. The fuck. But yo, listen. I gotta get up at 4 tomorrow to catch a flight.
Yep.
What do you mean get up at 4, man? You ain't sleeping.
That's true. But I still gotta do some shit.
and I better go eat with this pregnant woman in here.
Word. I'm
gonna go try to take a 2-hour nap.
There you go.
And Show's gonna wait to try to unmute his mic.
Yeah.
As usual.
But on that note, real quick, the UFC shit. Joseph, you're gonna watch a UFC event where the guy in the main event said that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is for gay people. Where he participated in a sport where the first 4 tournaments were won by a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsuist.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're saying that gay people run MMA and you're in it. I don't know if that makes sense, brother. You guys start thinking before you talk.
Yeah, Sean Strickland. I think you might want to taking one too many blows to the head. You numb nut.
Yeah, you might want to start, realizing that what you're saying doesn't make sense. But hey, listen.
On that note, he can go fuck himself.
That's right. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody.
Peace.
Good night.
That's all you got.
Good night. Good night. Like, good night. Arabian night.
Arabian night.
Peace, everybody.